The following is a presentation of sports on Sunny 99.7, the home of St. Edmond Gales Athletics.
Hi, this is St. Edmond girls basketball coach CJ Tracy, and you're listening to your home for Gales girls basketball, Sunny 99.7.
St. Edmond Gales basketball is on the air. Gales basketball is brought to you in part by Peking Garden, Party Productions, Flooring America Design Center, Michael Boer American Family Insurance, Loffersweiler, Appliance Plus Furniture and Mattress, Stone Creek Landscape and Nursery, and Danielle Lynch at Farm Bureau Financial Services. And now, here's Lance Lennon.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the St. Edmond Gales Girls Basketball Pregame Show here on Sunny 99.7. My name is Lance Lennon. Thanks to Brock Freeman back in the studio working the board, and next to me keeping stats, Rob Bean. This evening's St. Edmond Gale Basketball Pregame Show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. The Gales kept their win streak alive Monday night and increased their record to 13-4 with a win over longtime conference rivals, the Humboldt Wildcats. The Gales won the contest 63-43. Once again, the leading scorer centered on freshman Eden Horn, who was the force in the paint, leading all scorers with 22 points and hauling in 16 rebounds. Horn also made life miserable for the Wildcat shooters, recording 4 blocked shots. The Gales perimeter game was firing on all cylinders. Abby Huss had a massive night from behind the arc, knocking down 4 three-pointers to finish with 13 points. Chloe Palmer showed great efficiency and poise, adding 11 points and dishing out 4 assists without committing a single turnover. Defensively, the Gales were relentless, led by Anna Larson, who stuffed the stat sheet with 6 rebounds, 5 steals, and 5 assists. The Gales' defense was so effective that they held Humboldt's Jada Vanderwally to just 2 of 22 from the floor. The Gales have shown they can play excellent basketball when they limit the giveaways and win the battle on the boards. Joining us now is Coach Tracy. Thanks for joining us, CJ.
Yes, thank you very much, Lance. Love to be here.
I think I got the score wrong on the game. I think I had a typo, but I can't remember it.
63-34.
Yeah, I had it backwards. 43.
I just remember after,
almost a palindrome. Yes.
Exactly, there you go.
All righty. So Abby Huss really broke things open on Monday night with those big 3-pointers. We've spoken about the outside game opening up the inside and the inside game opening up the outside. Talk a bit about having both options and what it meant in that game against Humboldt.
It was huge and critical for us. We weren't able to get Eden going too much early. So, us being able to knock down those shots, you got to respect the shooters. And so they had to come out a little quicker, which, then opened things up for us there on the inside. Because I think Eden scored the first 14 points for us to start the fourth quarter to really expand the lead. So, pick your poison. Which one do you want to stop? And so if we can knock down our shots, it's just going to make life much easier for us.
Yeah. Well, and your defensive effort against Humboldt was incredible, specifically forcing a 2 for 22 shooting from their primary scorers. It said defense wins games. How much of the victory on Monday do you attribute to a strong defense?
It's a big part of it, especially, that night we didn't know what was going to get called and what wasn't going to get called. But I think, any of the girls that came into the ball game stepped up, did a good job. We won the rebounding battle, which is always huge. And we forced them into some good, turnovers that are good for us. And so as a result, defense is what we've hung our hat on for the 6 years I've been here. And, we need to continue to play defense in order, especially if the shots aren't falling. You need to prevent the other team from scoring, and I think we did a good job of that on Monday night.
Excellent. Well, folks, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Tracy about this evening's contest. This evening's St. Edmond Gale Basketball Pregame Show on Sunny 99.7 is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing.
St. Edmond Gales basketball is on the air. Gales basketball is brought to you in part by CJ Bio of America, Plum Supply Kitchens and Bath, Fort Dodge Fiber, Jaden Electric, Riley Armstrong Plumbing and Heating, along with Sports Page Bar and Grill. Once again, here's Lance Lennon.
Welcome back, everybody, to the St. Edmond Gale Basketball Pregame Show on Sunny 99.7, where this evening the St. Edmond Gales are at home hosting the Indians of Pocahontas area. This evening's St. Edmond Gale Basketball Pregame Show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. Tonight, the Gales face a very experienced Pocahontas squad that features a high-powered senior-led attack. The 11-6 Indians are paced by Chloe Mefford, a walking double-double who's averaging 15.3 points and over 10 rebounds a game. She's joined by fellow senior Elena Kakachik, a deadly efficient shooter from the free throw line at over 80%, and Haley Hosworth, who is shooting a sharp 50% from the floor. This is a team that shares the ball well, with Kristen Axman and Delaney Jansen providing veteran playmaking. Unlike some of our recent opponents, the Indians take care of the basketball, meaning the Gales have to be extremely disciplined to force those mistakes tonight. For the Gales, the momentum is at an all-time high. Freshman Eden Horn continues to anchor the interior, seeing her scoring average climb to 14 points a game while shooting a highly efficient 52.8% from the floor. She matches Medford's rebounding prowess with a staggering 14 boards a game of her own. Chloe Palmer remains the steady hand on the offense, contributing 12.6 points and nearly 5 assists, while Abby Huss provides the crucial spacing with her 30% clip from behind the arc. Defensively, Anna Lerson is the workhorse, averaging 4.3 steals and 5.9 rebounds per game. And of course, Sophia Schlins continues to be a threat from behind the arc also. The key tonight will be the battle of the floor generals. Chloe Palmer is playing at an elite level with 2.8 assist to turnover ratio, while Anna Lerson continues to facilitate beautifully for the Gales. Pocahontas area also boasts positive ratios across the backcourt. So this game may very well come down to which team can win the glass and limit second chance points. With Eden Horn and Chloe Mefford going head-to-head in the paint, we're in for quite the physical battle tonight. Back with us now is Coach Tracy. Welcome back, Coach.
Well, thanks again.
Hey, so I can only find 2 common opponents between these teams, and that being Algona and Manson. Was there any good scouting you get from watching film on those common opponents?
You know, I watched their game against Algona. I didn't watch the Manson one. I've watched a couple other little films on them, but just seeing how we matched up against Algona and how they did, I think it's we got an idea of what we want to accomplish tonight. The key is just going to be, can we handle their pressure? They like to trap and press and try and force you into stupid passes. And so our key tonight is just going to be making sure we take care of the basketball.
Yeah. And scoring-wise and statistic-wise, you both had games against Algona that were incredibly similar.
Yeah, and, Algona, they're a very good ball team. Pocahontas jumped up on them a little early, and then Algona fought their way back and came through with the win in the end, just like our 2 games against Algona. Both games we jumped up on them early, and Algona just continued doing what they do and chipped away and came through in the end. So it's going to be a battle tonight, and we need to be ready to play.
Yeah. So Pocahontas area is a very veteran, senior-heavy team. They start between 4 and 5 seniors every time, and that they take better care of the ball than we've seen from your opponents lately. How important is it for senior Anna Lerson to set the physical tone tonight against the Indian team that starts those 4 or 5 seniors?
It's going to be big. I don't ever worry about Anna and her mentality during ball games. She's a competitor. She hates to lose, and that rubs off on everybody else. Anna's going to play hard from start to finish. She's going to fight to the bitter end, and so that type of leadership out of her is contagious, and you see it in all the other girls that are on the floor with her.
All right, Coach. Well, we wish you the best of luck tonight. We'll conduct your Daniel Tyer interview at the halftime of the boys' game.
Sounds good. See you then, Lance.
Thank you. That was St. Edmond Girl basketball coach CJ Tracy with me on the St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show here on Sunday 99.7. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip-off. This evening's St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. The pregame show here, folks, has been brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. Businesses, get your custodial supplies and equipment, including cleaning chemicals, paper products, vacuums, and floor scrubbers from Central Iowa Distributing, serving Fort Dodge for over 40 years. If you're listening online to our streaming, the audio, that is brought to you by Mitch Lund, State Farm Insurance in Fort Dodge. Contact Mitch at 515-576-4171 today for life, home, business, and auto insurance. Mitch can help you regarding mutual funds, investments, and annuities. Get a free quote. Also, check out the website, golund.com. That is golund with 2 N's today. This evening game can be found on yourfortdodge.com, Alexa, TuneIn app, and iHeartRadio. And because this is another home game, and as a matter of fact, the next 2 after this are home games also, and then even possibly when it comes state tournament time, there is video streaming. Video streaming is brought to you by Trailhead CPA PCs
and advisors in Fort Dodge. Video can be seen on our YouTube channel, Sunny Facebook page, and you can also find the link on our website, yourfortdodge.com. This is all made possible by Trailhead CPA and advisors. Our video stream scoreboard, the little thing down in the corner that tells you the current score of the game, it's brought to you by Kesterson Realty. When you need to buy or sell a home, business, or an acreage, Kesterson Realty should be your first and last call. The professionals at Kesterson Realty ensure that every deal is easy, taking the stress out of buying and selling real estate. Thank you to Kesterson Realty. And our girls' spotlight of the night is from Jessica Miracle at Farm Bureau Financial Services. They remind you that students you see tonight are more than just what you see on the court. Today's player spotlight is Abby Huss. Abby is a junior forward for the Gales. Her favorite teacher is, wait for it, Mrs. Myers. You thought I was going to say Cosgrove because that seems to be everybody else's, but it's not. It's Mrs. Myers. Her favorite food is taco burger. Her favorite TV show is The Night Agent, and her favorite music is pop. Not K-pop, just regular pop. Thank you to Jessica Miracle at State Farm Financial Agent in Fort Dodge for bringing us this player spotlight. I did ask Abby who her favorite radio announcer was, and she did not say it was me. Kind of hurt a little bit, folks. It stung deep down in the heart, somewhere in the cockles or the subcockles. But I'll get over it, and we're happy to have Jessica sponsoring our players. So thank you, and congratulations to Abby on that one. All right, so in tonight's matchup, we got quite a bit of time here. It's a little bit. I don't know why there's a late start tonight, but there seems to be a little bit later start. It's supposed to start at 6, and there's still 10 minutes on the time clock. For pregame, they had JV, and just so you know, there was only a JV boys game. The girls did not have a JV game. The boys won 53-16, so they handily won that game. And it was over long before I got here, and I was in the studio up here in the Crow's Nest at about 5:10 today, and that game was already done. So, but the game tonight between the girls, this matchup actually really intrigues me. And I know stats are just stats, and we've talked about stats don't mean anything until they meet on the floor. You kind of get an idea. But when you look at common opponents and the two teams have played, and you look at the scores and you look at the stats from those games, these two teams should, by all means, be measured up really close. This should be a very, very good game, and it might be the best competition the Gales have, the most closely matched competition the Gales have had this season. Pocahontas traditionally has always had very good girls teams, and they are not rebuilding this year, but definitely not the Pocahontas of old. I've talked to a couple of the staff members over there about them, and I've talked to some of the players from other teams, some of the girls from Manson. I talked to them and I said, who would you rather play? And they were like, oh, we don't know. They both were hard. So, and really, I'm looking for a good game tonight. I want to thank you all for joining in. Since we got so much time, we're going to go ahead and take quite a long commercial break here. Let's get some of those ads out of the way so that we can get that taken care of, get our bills paid, the lights on, the music flowing. This is Lance Lennon bringing you Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Moments and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656. From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
big news! Fort & Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Gale Gymnasium. I'll tell you what, it is nice to have the final stretch of the regular season ending at home. It's just a comfort for the players. They know the floor. They know the baskets. It's a comfort for the announcer who, when he's done, goes right home and gets to go to bed. I'll tell you, it is a luxury that I don't know will ever happen again, but I'm glad it's happening now. All righty, folks. So we've got about 3.5 minutes here left on the pregame clock ticking away. I want to say thank you to some of our sponsors. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening on streaming here, and if you are sitting at home and you're thinking, man, what I wouldn't give to have some food brought to my door, there's a thing called DoorDash out there, and one of the places you can probably DoorDash from is Peking Garden. Peking Garden in Fort Dodge offers a Chinese buffet like no other. They have so many options like spicy chicken, lo mein, crab rangoon, chicken on a stick, and so much more. Peking Garden is open from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday at 2510 5th Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Also check them out on Facebook. And while they have the buffet, they do have to-go orders, pick-up orders. You can order off a menu, all kinds of stuff over there. So thank you, Peking Garden. That would be delicious tonight, but not for me. I'm going to be announcing the game, and it wouldn't be nice to be eating while I'm talking to you. Also want to say thank you to Party Productions, everything you need to customize your event. Party Productions is your premier destination of choice, from huge event tents to theatrical rentals to balloons to an almost complete line of Melissa and Doug toys and everything in between. There isn't much you can't find under our roof. So thank you to Party Productions. Remember, folks, that our opening lineups are brought to you by Kingsgate Insurance. They design insurance and solutions specifically for you. Working with you, they will identify solutions that protect you against risk, suit your budget, and give you peace of mind. That's how you can expect to be treated when you work with Kingsgate Insurance in downtown Fort Dodge. I remember they did move. They are down at the old trolley center down there. You may not know. For those who don't know what the trolley center is, that's the big indoor mall-y type thing that's downtown right by the Wells Fargo building. So, all righty. Got her down here to about a minute, and then we'll do the opening lineups. Was looking on Bound. And what I found out was it's really hard to see who was going to be starting for the Indians from Pocahontas area. They have 6 players, 4 of whom who have started all 16 games, and 1 or 2 of them that have played 8 games each. There was an injury, and she's just starting to come back, so they still have the same starter out there. But I went down and asked the coach, and she was like, well, the assistant coach, Angie Axman, and she was like, well, it should be this one, but I don't know for sure. So I will announce the ones that I have, which may not be 100% accurate, but that's what I'm going to give you for starters tonight for Pocahontas area. So Pocahontas comes in tonight 11-16, and their starters are number 2, Delaney Jansen, a senior guard at 5'4". Number 3, Kirsten Axman, a senior point guard at 5'7". Then we have number 12, Chloe Mefford, a senior forward at 5'10". Number 15, Elena Kakachik, a senior guard at 5'7". And finally, number 25, Haley Hosworth, a senior forward at 5'9". One thing you may have noticed is that I said for every one of those starters, senior. So this is a very experienced team. They've been playing. This is their year. They're looking for things to happen their way, and they're a very experienced team coming into tonight. The Pocahontas area Indians are coached by Robert Maskey, assisted by Angie Axman and Jeff Mefford. So that is the starters tonight for the Pocahontas area Indians. For your Gales tonight, we have our usual suspects. And I was talking to Coach during the pregame, and he said he wasn't sure this morning that Sophia was going to be here. She has been sick this week, but she showed up and is ready to play. So our starters are going to be number 2, a junior guard at 5'4", Sophia Schlins. A senior guard at 5'7", number 4, Anna Lerson, a co-captain. Number 22, another co-captain, junior guard at 5'6", Chloe Palmer. And number 32, freshman forward, standing 6'2", that's Eden Horn. And finally, number 42, co-captain, Abby Huss, a junior forward at 5'7". The Gales come into tonight 13-4 with Coach C.J. Tracy, assisted by Sean Neverman. So that's our starting lineup for tonight. Thank you very much to Kingsgate Insurance. We're also going to have our opening kickoff, or tip-off, not our kickoff. That's the wrong sport, Lance. Tip-off, opening tip-off tonight, and that's brought to you by North Central Occupational Medicine and Walk-In Clinic. Get immediate help regarding illness, physicals, workers' comp injuries, and drug screens. Cosmetic Botox injections and weight loss management. They are the Walk-In Clinic north of the fire station in Fort Dodge. Alrighty, folks, let's say thank you to a couple more sponsors. Law Office-Weilers. They offer professional guidance with personal and specialized attention before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Their reputation for honesty and integrity is very well known, and it is their most valuable asset. Thank you very much, Law Office-Weilers. Appliance Plus Furniture and Mattress, 2 locations in Webster City and Algona, where the plus is so much more. Appliance Plus Furniture and Mattress. Thank you for your sponsorship. And Stone Creek Landscape and Nursery. They are located at 3525 Fifth Avenue South in Fort Dodge, growing beauty and building trust for 40 years. We want to thank those sponsors that help us put on this broadcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and go back to studio. They're going to announce the lineups here, and then they're going to have the national anthem. We'll come back for that opening tip-off. This is Lance Lennon bringing you Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
big news. Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
No, will be on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Gale basketball time here on Sunny 99.7. We're coming to you live from the Gale Gymnasium. Big old Shamrock and SE on the floor greeting us here. We want to say thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to have our opening tip-off in just a second. The anthem just finished up there, and coaches are giving their last little bits of advice to the players. And as far as I can tell by jerseys out there on the court, I did get the starting lineups correctly. So, yay, Lance, starting off already with a win. So we're going to have Eden Horn in the center against Chloe Mefford for the jump ball. And this will be nice to see. We'll find out who gets the jump ball. I'm going to put my money on Eden on this one. Quite the height advantage. I think she probably has about 4 or 5 inches on Miss Mefford. And, yep, there it goes. And right to Chloe Palmer. Chloe brings the ball down, and she is on the left-hand side. Gets the ball over to Sophia Schlinn. She comes up to center, gets it to Lurson. Lurson working just right of center. She comes back over, passes over to Sophia Schlinn. Schlinn's all the way across cart to Huss. Huss working the right-hand side. Gets it in the middle to Horn. Horn puts it down, back out to Schlinn. Schlinn's three-pointer on the way. Misses. And the rebound is going to be out on Pocahontas as Horn reached over. It was going out of bounds and basically pulled it in from out of bounds and bounced it off the Pocahontas player. Very heads-up move on that one. Gales maintained possession. 13 on the shot clock as Sophia's shot did not hit the rim. They get the ball to Horn. She goes back up top now at the center to Lurson. Lurson quickly into Horn underneath the basket. She puts the ball down, makes a nice little spin move, hits the underside of the basket. Medford gets the rebound for the Indians. Here come the Indians bringing it up court. Running the pace rather quickly. Handoff up there on the ball to Hoswith. Hoswith tries to come down the left-hand side of the lane. Blocked around by Sophia Schlinn. She misses the shot. Huss gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Palmer. Quickly down to Sophia in the corner to Lurson. Lurson down in the right-hand corner is going to bring the ball back up to center. Picks up her dribble. Tried to bounce pass it in. It's going to be kicked by Medford. It goes out of bounds. Mefford. So that's going to be out on the Pocahontas Indians. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Gales get the ball down on the far end of the court, on their end of the court here. Inbound pass right to Horn. She's just outside the lane. She puts it down, finds Lurson open on the other side. Layup's no good. Rebounded by Horn. Ball is up and on the ground. And we got and they call Horn on the foul on that one. They're going to call her out of position with a push. She went up for the shot. Missed her shot. Was going for the rebound. She is on the floor and she is down right now. Looks like she might have hurt her knee. Not 100% certain what's going on, but while we're at her there, let's go ahead and say thank you to Flooring America Design Center, your source for top quality flooring, cabinets, and countertops in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Explore their wide range of options from carpet and hardwood to tile and vinyl. Their experienced team provides expert installation and a satisfaction guarantee. Eden is up and walking it off, but she did get a foul, so that's her first foul, first team foul, first foul of the game, and they basically called a player control foul on her, and if she had the ball, it would have been a charge, but she just gets called for like the push or whatever. So she is going to sit down for a little bit. Liv Anders is in, and here come the Indians bringing the ball up for him as Axman. Axman gets across the timeline. She's being guarded by Lurson. She gets around to the outside. Liv gets to her right inside the lane, but not fast enough. She went down the right-hand side, put up the layup, and it's good. Full court press now by the Indians as the Gales try to bring the ball up. They get the ball over to Palmer. Palmer comes across the timeline. They beat the press. Down in the corner to Huss. Huss right-hand side. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. Gales are up 3-2. If they're going to have that press, they can get it down there quickly once they beat it and get wide-open shots like that. Axman has the ball. She came over, is guarded by Lurson. She's working over to the right-hand side. Handoff goes to Kachik. Kachik get it to Mefford. She tried to pass it into the lane. It was picked off by Huss. Gives it to Palmer, who now runs the offense for the Gales. Gales up 3-0. Another three-pointer for Huss on the way. Not there. Andrew got the rebound. Nice turnaround spin move. She goes in for the layup. Missed it, but she's going to be fouled. The foul is going to be on Haley Hosworth, is my belief. They called on the arm, so Andrew's going to go to the line shooting 2. Andrew is a 50% free throw shooter, but remember, that's because she doesn't shoot a lot of free throws. She doesn't get down to the charity stripe very often. Gales are up 3-2, 6 minutes here remaining in the first quarter. First shot is on its way. Nothing but net. Nice shot on that one. Gales are up 4-2. This is going to be a fast-paced game is my thoughts on this. The Indians are going to try and run and gun everything, and the Gales going to have to keep right up there with them. Second shot is beautifully made. Gales up now 5-2. 3-point lead, and here comes Axman. Just like that, she's across the timeline, going down the left-hand side. Works it back up to center. It's now in the hands of Mefford. Mefford going down the right-hand side. Hands off to Axman. Axman loses the handle. Gets it back. Lurson's all over her. Now she's coming down the left-hand side. She's trying to drive baseline. Picks up her dribble. Gets the ball now back to the hands of Jansen. That's the first time she's had the ball. They get the ball inside now to Hosworth. Hosworth goes up for the layup. Misses it. Rebound is long, and it goes to Schlins. Give the ball to Palmer, and she's going to work it up. Indians pulled back after the rebound. And they get it inside to Andrews. Andrews gets the ball, tries to go up for the shot. She's fouled on that one. This one's going to be our Haley Hosworth. So she's going to go to the line shooting again. She got it right in the lane, went to go for the layup as she tried to put the ball up. Hosworth just got her on the arm. That's her second foul. That's going to be the second team foul for the Indians. And Liv's going to the line. She lines up for the first shot. And a little bit to the left. Just outside on that one. Gales still lead 5-2. Hosworth is out, and in came Danica Dreith, D-R-E-I-T-H. So Dreith or Dreith? I'm going to say Dreith. Probably is Dreith if the E is first. Second shot is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound to Axman. Axman pushes the tempo up quickly. She's coming down. Left-hand side. Gets rumped. She ran right into Liv, but they're going to call Liv on the block because Liv was moving. So Andrew's going to pick up her first foul. Axman's going to go to the line shooting 2. This could be the game of attrition here. Who's going to make the most free throws? So far, this will be free throw number 5 and 6, and we still got 5:25 to go here in the first quarter. Both teams have 2 fouls. Shot by Axman, number 1, is up and good. Gales lead 5-3. Axman setting up for her second shot. It is up, and it is good. Axman, 61.8% free throw shooter. Now on the inbound pass, they do have a full court press. Larson brings the ball up on the right-hand side. She is guarded and just dribbles out of bounds. Good defense there by the Pocahontas Indians. Drove her right to the edge of the court and just drove her out of bounds. So Pocahontas causes a turnover. Gales lead 5-4. Give ball to the Axman in the backcourt. She's going to bring it up across the half-court line. Mefford setting picks, but she's moving the whole time there. You can't think that's legal, but they let it go. Kakacek goes in left-hand side, smacked out of bounds by Chloe Palmer. Nice defensive move on that one. We'll give Chloe a block. It's still going to be Pocahontas basketball. 24 seconds on the shot clock, 5:08 in the first quarter. Inbound pass quickly gets into Kakacek. She's in the lane up against Palmer. She goes high off the backboard, misses, gets her rebound. Second shot, no good. It's bounced around, and Schlins gets the rebound. She gets it to Palmer. Palmer brings it up center court, right across the SD logo. She's going to set up the offense. Pick set by Larson against Kakacek. She streams, got it right then to Larson. Larson goes all the way over to Huss, right-hand side. Huss dribbles towards center, gets it to Palmer. Palmer's at the top of the key, over left-hand side to Schlins. Schlins further down the left-hand side now to Huss. Huss making her way around the perimeter. Sets up, looks at a three-point shot, doesn't take it. Palmer brings it in inside the three-point line, puts up a short little 18-footer, missed it. But Andrew gets the rebound, reverse layup behind her, puts it up and in from the right-hand side. Gales up 7-4, 4:24 remains in the first quarter. Mefford picks up her dribble, gets it over in the corner to Jansen, who goes way deep to Axman. Axman drims it, gets around Larson, comes into the lane. Nice move on that one, and then ran right into Larson. Oh, I don't think I would be doing that. They get the ball inbound to Palmer. She gets it to Huss. Huss gets it, tries to get it down underneath to Larson. Pass was tipped there by Mefford, goes out of bounds. Still Gale basketball. Schlins is going to go out, and Flaherty's going to come in for the Gales. So we have Andrew, Flaherty, Huss, Lurson, and Palmer. Flaherty has the ball, top right-hand side. She gets it to Palmer, who's going to bring it back to center. Works around. There's Lurson setting a pick. Nice pick on that one. She saw it coming and just basically held on, knocked the girl down. Andrew gets the ball inside in the paint. She goes in for the shot. It's blocked by Mefford. Mefford gets the ball, comes up court. She's pushing the tempo. Gets it to Kakacek. Kakacek working now towards center. She picks up the dribble, gives it over to Jansen. Jansen working on the right-hand side, back to center. Gives it back to Mefford. Mefford coming down the right-hand side against Andrew. She makes a move, gets Andrew off her feet. Traveled, though. No good. She did a nice move, but evidently not good enough as she moved her feet. Gales still leads 7-6 here. 3:33 remains in the quarter. We got timeout on the court. We'll go ahead and go back to studio. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Back Gale fans. Here come the Gales bringing the ball up. Full court press quickly broke by the Gales as Palmer brings it across on the right-hand side. She works down, picks up her dribble, gets it to Horn. Horn back in the game. She is outside the three-point line, driving into the lane. Gets it to Maggie Flaherty. Flaherty gets it to Lurson, top of the key. Lurson, nice little handoff there to Palmer, who's working out. 13 on the shot clock. She dribbles down into the lane, gets it back to Lurson, to Flaherty. Flaherty gets it to Andrew. Andrew underneath, makes a move towards the hoop, doesn't get there. Flaherty puts up the shot, misses it just from the free throw line. Rebound on that one by Dreif, and she brings the ball down quickly. Gets it to Medford. Medford goes in for the layup. Missed it. She gets her own rebound in the lane, goes up for a high shot, and Andrew gets this rebound. Andrew able to fight her off and gets the ball to Palmer, who's going to bring the ball across the timeline now for the Gales. Setting up the offense from the right-hand side. She dribbles over, comes to center, gets it to Flaherty. Flaherty dribbles down the right-hand side. Passes off. Palmer went right, Maggie threw left. Ball goes out of bounds, unforced turnover. Gales still lead 7-6, 2:31. Long time since we've had a basket. But the Pocahontas Indians get the ball. And here comes Axman. Bringing the ball right across the center logo. Goes over to Kakacek, down in the corner to Jansen. Jansen on the right-hand side brings it in, makes a nice little move, but Flaherty takes her baseline. They try to get it to Mefford. She gets the ball. She's on the ground. They call jump ball as it gets held up. She was on the ground with the ball. Lurson tied her up. So possession arrow stays to the Indians. But that takes the possession arrow in our favor next time. They inbound the pass, get it to Axman. She's on the left-hand side. She tried to drive in, not there. They give it to Dreif. Dreif, long shot, no good. Rebound tipped right into the hands of Axman. She then gets it back to Dreif. Dreif in the corner now to Kakacek. Kakacek can't keep the hold of the handle. She ends up almost losing it, picks it up, and gets it to Jansen. Jansen top of the key. Axman on the right-hand side. Nice move around to Lurson again. Misses the shot. Rebound to Horn. Horn gets the ball to Palmer, and here come the Gales. 7-6 lead, 1:47 left. Told you these teams were matched, and it was going to be a good game. Nice pick set by Horn. Ball goes to Flaherty. Flaherty, they try to pass. It's going to go off of Jansen's foot. Lurson had it, tried to pass a bounce pass in to Andrew. Went off of Jansen's foot, so it's going to be a kick. Gales get the ball underneath their own basket. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 1:37, leading 7-6. Pass picked off by Axman on that one as Liv tried to get it to Flaherty and just didn't have the push on it that she needed to get around Axman. Kakacek throws up a three, misses. Long rebound to Palmer. She's going to work the ball up. She's coming down quickly, comes into the lane. Blocked on a couple of moments there. She does a fadeaway jumper. She's knocked to the ground. No foul called. And that's going to be out on the Gales. That kind of contact put a Claire on the ground, but nothing called. All right. Well, they had fouls called earlier, but we're still at 2 fouls each. Haven't had a foul called or a point in a long time. Long three-pointer on the way from Mefford. It misses. Flaherty gets the rebound and gets it to Palmer to set up the offense. Palmer's going to bring the ball up, taking her time. 31 seconds on the shot clock, 58 seconds on the game clock. Bet you can guess the score, folks. Yep, still 7-6. Palmer gets the ball to Andrew. Andrew coming in baseline, puts it up, not there. Who's going to get the rebound? Mefford gets the rebound. 44 seconds here left on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock, 12-second differential. They get the ball to Mefford. Mefford all the way across to Jansen. Down in the corner to Drake. Oh, they're going to have to call on that one. Yeah, Andrew just totally bumped her. She was driving in. That was going to be driving in baseline. Liv kind of just pushed her hip into her and knocked her around, so they definitely had to call that one. So she wasn't shooting. It's going to be on the ground, 31 seconds, no shot clock now. Flaherty's out, Andrew's out, and in came Huss and Schlins. And we get a travel as Kachek tried to make a move to the basket, and she took a couple of steps before she put that ball down. 28 seconds remain here in the quarter. Gales up, 7-6. Inbound pass comes to Palmer. Full court press being put on here by the Indians. Palmer, long pass to Huss. Across the timeline. Gales get to set up the offense. They get it to Palmer to set it up. She's at the center now. Working over to the right-hand side. Dribbling down. Handling the ball. Holding it for time. 12 seconds on the clock. She moves over. Nice little crossover dribble. Gets it into the lane. They're going to call a jump ball. With the jump ball, that's going to end up should be St. Ed's ball on this one, so they do get the jump ball called. People wanted to reach, but no reach was called. They called a jump ball. Kind of what I thought they would call, too. She did get it at first, just reach in, grab the ball, and then Chloe started to spin it around. That's when she got hit on the arm, but she did have... All right, here comes the ball inbound. They get it over to Schlins. Schlins hands it off to Palmer. Palmer... Yeah, they got to call that one. She was smacked on that play. And they're going to call Kachek on the foul. 3 seconds left on the time clock in the quarter here. Gale's got to get this ball in and up in that 3-second time period. Pocahontas playing tight defense on this. You can get a foul called, but it's not going to matter except for giving fouls to people or to the players. They get the ball to Schlins. Three-pointer, long three-pointer on the way. Not there, but that was a nice one. It actually got right to Horn underneath. She put it up, didn't make the shot, but it would have been good if it went. That's Gale basketball first quarter. Gale's up 7-6 here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
That sound of the game was brought to you by Wheelchair Dynamics. With a full range of medical equipment and supplies, you'll find affordable quality solutions for all your home health care needs. Wheelchair Dynamics is located at 1406 A Street West in Fort Dodge, next to Tom Thumb. So on possession, the Pocahontas got to start the quarter off. They brought it down. Mefford hit a three-pointer on the return. Gales had a bad pass. It was picked off, and the Pocahontas Indians had a chance to go. So they are up now 9-7. but Gales have the ball. They try to get it inside to Horn. Pass is intercepted by Axman. She's going to take it all the way down against Lurson. She gets into the lane. No good on the shot, but fouled by Lurson. So she's going to have to go to the line shooting two, and that's going to be Lurson's first foul, first team foul this quarter, and first total foul of the quarter. So we talked about Axman, she being a 61.8% shooter. She's got 2 of 2 tonight so far and lines up for her first shot. It is up and good. Pocahontas is going to play tight defense, and the Gales have to have good passes here. They really have to look and not broadcast where that pass is going to go because the last 2 have been completely telegraphed. Second shot, no good, and Palmer gets the rebound. Second thing is not only who's passing, if it's getting passed to you, you have to go to the ball and not wait for the ball to come to you because Pocahontas is fast and they're going to get in there. Schlinn's had the ball light top hand side. She gets it into the free throw line to Lurson. Lurson, couple of spin moves, nothing there for her. Back out top to Huss. Huss, long throw into Horn, reached over the back, should have been called on Mefford, who hit her arm. They didn't call it. Mefford gets the steal, comes all the way down, tries to put it in. She misses the layup, and Palmer gets the rebound. She's coming around, working the ball up the court. And she's going to work it into the corner. They got a block called. She's moving the whole time. That's going to go against Kakacek, and that's going to be Kakacek's second foul. She is moving backwards, and Palmer understood that and ran right into her and got the foul called. And you're going to have to do that. If they're going to try and trap you, break the trap if you aren't going to get around them and just knock them down. They're going to have to start playing subs. So out goes Kakacek, and in comes Allie Lake. So Lake now in for the Indians. Palmer's going to get the ball across half court, and they try and trap her. Down to the corner to Huss. Huss gets the ball into Horn. Horn goes into the lane. Nice spin move. Puts it up. Basket's good, and she's going to go to the line shooting. I think they're going to call that one on Medford, either Medford or Lake. And they call that. Yep, that's going to be on Medford. So Medford picks up another foul. That's going to be her second. Nope, that's her first. I lied. It's one thing, folks. I may lie to you, but I'm going to tell you when I lie right away. All right, so point was good. It is now 9 to 10, 10 to 9. Shot misses, and the rebound goes to Palmer. Palmer works her way down to the baseline, dribbles off her foot. It goes out of bounds. We're going to have to realize they aren't going to call reaches. They aren't going to call, a tight game like that. So take it to them. Get to the hoop. Get the ball taken care of. Axman brings the ball across center court, gives it over to Lake. Now they try to get it to Dryford. Picked off by Palmer. Palmer's going to come down court. Reached in by Drive. Nothing called. She comes back again. Top of the key now to Huss. Big 3 on the way. Long 3. Bounces around the rim. No good. Horn gets the rebound. Puts in the bucket. Nice putback. It's 11-10. Gales lead by 1. 5:35 here in the second quarter. That quick, folks, they came down. Axman tried to go all the way down. She drove into the lane. Just lost the ball. She went forward. Ball didn't move. Gales get it back. Schlins is driving down baseline on the right-hand side. Nothing there, but she gets it into Horn. Horn coming in. Over to Lurson. Lurson puts up oh, nice. She is right underneath. Puts it up. Gales up 13 to 10. Pocahontas takes a timeout. So we're going to go to station. This is Lance Lennon with Gale Basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Welcome back, Gale fans, to Gale Gymnasium. The Gales are up 13-10 on quite the roll here as they're starting to figure out how to beat this defense. 5:13 left in the half. Axman gets the ball down. Medford has it on the left-hand side. She comes up to center. Looks to get it inside, down to Axman on the bottom right. Axman's going to come back up, guarded by Lurson. Same spin move. She goes right and moves left. They're going to call a trip on that one. they call it on Lurson. They say she tripped her. She did. They got kind of tangled up. She tried to dribble around her, and Lurson did get her foot out underneath her. So that's going to be Lurson's second foul. That's going to be the second team foul. 2 fouls on each team right now. They do call it the act of shooting. I disagree with that. I think it was on the ground, but they're going to let her shoot. So first shot is up and good. She is now 5 for 5 on her free throws. That is not 68% shooting by my math. That is 100% shooting. 5 minutes exactly left. Gales up now by 2. Second shot is up and good. Gales up by 1, 13-11. Inbound and full court press. Palmer has the ball. She's going to go ahead and pick up her dribble. She gives it to Lurson. Lurson quickly gets it to Huss. Huss down at the free throw line. Sets it up. Gives it to Lurson, top of the key. Lurson loses the handle, dribbles it right into the hands of Axman. Axman's going to quickly try and drive the pace. She gets it down the corner to Drake. Drake goes up. Her three-point shot. Oh, in and out. Ball's down, rebounded by Jansen. She gets it to Axman, top of the key. Axman trying to drive down. She goes down on the left-hand side again, goes for the layup, misses it, and Horn gets the rebound. Horn gets the ball to Palmer, and Palmer's going to bring the ball up for the Gales. 30 seconds on the shot clock. She's got to get the timeline here in 2 seconds. She does. Gets the ball to Horn. Horn working in the lane, just outside the lane, over to Huss. Huss to Lurson. Lurson on the left-hand side. They try and get it into Horn. It's knocked out of bounds. Oh, don't agree with that one. They call it out on Horn when it was knocked out, in my opinion, by Drive. So here comes Axman. Gales up by 1, 4:06 remains in the half. Remember, at halftime, folks, we're going to have the Loftsweiler halftime show. Three-pointer on the way by Mefford. It is good. Her second one from the left-hand side. They're now up by 2, 15-13. Here come the Indians with full court press. Lurson has the ball, gets it quickly to Huss. Huss, three-pointer on the way. Long, no good, but she's fouled on it, so she's going to get 3 shots. That foul's going to be against Axman. And I think that is going to be Axman's second foul. It's her first foul on the arm. So going to the line, Huss will be shooting 3. She's a 53% free throw shooter, 54%, 53.8. First shot is on the way and off the front of the rim, no good. At halftime, we'll take a look at first half statistics, and Joe Jaden will have an interview with a mystery guest. Loftusweiler offering professional guidance with personal and specialized attention before. Second shot is good during and after the loss of a loved one. Their reputation for honesty and integrity is very well known, and it's their most valuable asset. So that is going to be the Loftusweiler halftime show coming up. 3.5 minutes. Third shot is up and good. It's tied up here, 15-15, 3:47 remaining. Axman gets the ball quickly down to Jansen on the right-hand side. She throws up a 3. It's off the rim, no good. Horn gets the rebound, gets it to Palmer. Palmer going to bring the ball up court. Pocahontas looks like they're going to run full court and then back off. On inbound passes, they run a full court press. On the rebounds, they just kind of back off. Huss has the ball, top of the key. Looks it over to Schlim. Schlim has it right-hand side, back to Huss. Huss gives it over to Palmer on the bottom left-hand side. Top of the key now to Schlin. Schlin's long 3 on the way. It's good. Nothing but net. She was out there to collegiate 3. Gales are up now, 18-15. Very quickly, Drive swings it across the timeline. Gets it over to Mefford. Mefford comes to the top of the key. Gets it back to Drake. Drake looks to put up the pass. Doesn't get it there. Gets it back to Mefford. Mefford working now right-hand side. She takes it almost all the way back to the half-court line. 19 seconds on the shot clock. They get it to Axman. Axman still standing way back. 14 on the shot clock. She's working a couple of dribbles. Goes over to Mefford. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Ball is loose down there. Drake's got the rebound. Put it up, and it's good. Back there now, 18-17. Gales lead by 1. Here comes the full court press. Palmer picks up her dribble. She is trapped. She's got to get the ball. She does. She gets it to Schlin. Schlin's quickly gets to Lurson. They got to get it across the court. They do. And in the corner to Huss. Huss gets the ball. They now get to set up their offense. Here comes Palmer. She's on the right-hand side. 3-pointer on the way. Oh, sweet shot. Nothing but net. She just shot right over the defender. 21-17. Gales up by 4. Axman pushes the tempo. Gets it to Jansen. Right-hand corner. Jansen comes back. Top corner. She tries to get over to Mefford. Over her. Gets into the hands of Dreith. Dreith trying to look at inside. She comes up against Horn. Horn, they're going to call a foul on Horn. Say 2 shots. Horn, I thought, had position on that one, but they might have caught her moving. So they're going to call a block on that one. And Dreith's going to go to the line shooting 2. Dreith, a 50% free throw shooter now. And remember, she's a sophomore, I believe. 2:03 left. Gales up by 4. 21-17 as the shot is up. Off the front of the rim, no good. While we wait for the second shot, we want to say thank you to Michael Boer, American Family Insurance. As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael can offer you dependable auto, home, business, health, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. Second shot is no good. Rebound is tied up by Huss and Mefford. Jump ball possession goes to St. Ed's. See Michael Boer at American Family Insurance on Facebook today. Thanks for helping in tonight's broadcast. Gales get the ball in. They get it to Palmer. She's going to come up the right-hand side. Gets the ball quickly. Oh, tries to go across court, and they're going to call... I think they're going to call who on the foul there? I think they're going to call Jansen. Nope. They're going to call Huss on that one. So long pass, tried to get to Huss, and Jansen got in front of her, and I think she reached over the back. So that's going to be the fourth team foul for the Gales. That's going to be Huss's first foul. 1:56 remaining. They get the ball to Axman, and she's coming up court. Goes on the right-hand side now to Dreith. Oh, almost stripped and was by Lurson. She got to pick it up. She got it back to Jansen. Jansen works it to center. She tries to bring it down, gives it off to Axman. Axman comes back to center, over to Mefford. Mefford, right-hand side. She's going to come in up against Horn. High shot off the board, rebounded by Schlins. And then here come the Gales. Palmer's going to bring the ball up court quickly. She gets down the lane. There's Horn in the lane quickly. She goes up on the left-hand side, puts in the layup. Gales are up by 5, 4, 6, 23-17. Lance is having a hard time with numbers here. 1:17. Mefford has the ball to Axman, top of the key. Over to Jansen, right-hand side. Jansen comes up center. Long pass over to Dreith. She's guarded by Schlins. She's going to work it towards center. Picked up now by, pass underneath. They've got it too, and they're going to call 2 shots on the arm by Schlins. They got it inside to Lake. As Dreith went down the lane, she saw Drake get open, got it to her, and as she tried to go up, Schlins got her on the arm. So that's going to be the 5th foul. That's going to be Schlins' first foul. And going to the line now is Lake shooting 2. Lake, a 57% free throw shooter. 50%. And she misses the front end of that. So 1:03 left here in the half. And thank you to Danielle Lynch at Farm Bureau Financial Services. They don't say 2 birds with 1 stone. They say 2 damages with 1 deductible. Second shot, no good. Rebounded by Horn. Here come the Gales. With Farm Bureau, if your home and auto are both damaged in 1 storm, you pay 1 deductible. Talk to Danielle Lynch in Fort Dodge about the 1 deductible advantage. Call her at 515-955-1050 today. Palmer has the ball coming across the top of the key. Gives it to Huss. Huss works it back. She comes into the lane. Little floater up, off there. No good. Rebounded by Horn. She misses, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, misses, gets her rebound, puts it up, misses, gets a rebound again, puts it up. No good. Palmer gets the rebound, and she gets knocked to the ground. That is 5 rebounds right there, folks. 5 shots, 4 rebounds before a foul is finally called. 34 seconds left. Foul is going to be called on Dreith, and that's going to be Dreith's first foul, and the 4th team foul. 34 seconds remaining in the half. First shot by Palmer, up and good. 24-17. Gales are now up by 7. Horn had 3 chances to put that shot in. She just kept getting her own rebound. She's got all the height advantage down there. And finally, Palmer came in, got the rebound, put up the shot. It was no good, but she did get hacked on that one. She not knocked to the floor. Second shot is up and off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound knocked around, and Jansen ends up with it for the Indians. Here they come. 30 seconds remaining. They get it to Axman. Axman coming down left-hand side, right into the lane. Outside to Mefford. 3-pointer on the way, in and out of the basket. Man, if you'd almost get points for making the basket, that would have been it. Ooh, there went Huss. She drove forward and threw it backwards. And luckily, Palmer just happened to be there. 13 seconds on the game clock. They get the ball to Palmer. Palmer comes into the lane. She puts up the layup from the left-hand side. It's good. 26-17. Gales up by 9. 3 seconds. They got the ball to Jansen. 3-pointer on the way. No good. That's the half. Gales are up 26-17. 9-point lead as we go into half. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns,
Hi, this is St. Edmond girls basketball coach CJ Tracy, and you're listening to your home for Gales girls basketball, Sunny 99.7.
Welcome back to Gales basketball on Sunny 99.7. Time now for the Loffersweiler halftime show.
Sunny 99.7 studios. I'm sports director Joe Jaden. We're at halftime here of the St. Edmond girls game, and you're listening to the Loffersweiler halftime show. And join me now with St. Edmond volleyball coach Lindsay Heffernan. Lindsay, how you doing?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, it's been a minute since we've talked. Last year, 10-22 was the final record for the team. You became the head coach about midway through the season, and you kind of finished it off. I guess a little bit of excitement when you beat Colonesco and AGWSR there towards the end of the year. Just kind of your overall thoughts on last season.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think that the girls finished really well, overcame some adversity during the season. And then, by the end, we were really kind of ticking along and getting into our groove, having fun. The girls were having fun by the end of the season, so that was good.
Final statistics, Eden Horn had 258 kills. Ava Underberg had 170. Horn had 69 blocks on the year. A lot of players dug up a lot of balls for you last year. Ella Vandy had 346. 224 for Faith Sherburne, 212 for Ava Andrew, 209 for Chloe Palmer, 57 aces for Ava Andrew. Talk a little bit about Eden Horn as a freshman, having the kind of season she had, the 258 kills and 69 blocks.
Yeah. Eden, if you knew her, outside of the athletics and the sports, and she brings a lot of fun to practice. She brings a lot of fun to kind of any group that she's working with or involved with. And so I think that just kind of shines with some of her statistics. It's not only is she out there and obviously she's tall, she's athletic, she knows the game well, but she also has fun. And I think that a lot of statistics, you can't always see that. And so she's just a great kid to be around, a lot of fun to play with. And I think that's really important to see along with all those statistics. She works really hard in practice. She works hard in the off season. That helps build those statistics. But, we're having fun when we're playing volleyball.
Ella Vandy as a freshman, 346 digs. She was busy.
She was so busy, and she is so fun to watch. She's another kid that, along with Eden, she has a lot of fun. No one can critique Ella more than than herself, which is a huge attribute to a player, making sure they're more strict with themselves than anybody else, and that would be Ella. I'm really looking forward to how Ella's just going to evolve as a player and a person in the next couple of years here. She reacts so well to the ball. She's playing some off-season ball, which is a lot of fun. I'm excited to, watch some off-season ball, not only there, but just, at all grade levels, really.
Talk about some of the other girls you're pretty excited to have back next year.
Yeah, obviously Chloe Palmer on the outside, Abby Huss in our setting position. There's some other freshmen that were really outstanding players. Not junior class, there's some players, just some role players that are going to be really key for us in being able to just move, kind of like Ella, move around, see the ball, see the court. We've got a little bit of height too in the freshman class, so I'm really excited to see what the girls are doing in the off season and see how they come back next fall.
St. Edmond volleyball coach Lindsay Heffernan here with me on the Loffersweiler halftime show. We're at halftime here of the St. Edmond girls basketball game. You've said it about 3 times so far, off season. That's how teams get better. It's not what you do in season. It's what you do in the off season. It's all the workouts. It's all the camps. It's the workout in the gym, all that kind of stuff. Talk a little bit about some of the ladies that you have working out that that are doing volleyball stuff in the summer that's going to make your team better next year.
Yeah, just like most schools, we'll be doing some open gyms, and when the fall rolls around, we'll be able to see what girls have been putting in work outside of the season and what girls haven't. But, along with that, I think cross-training is important, the weightlifting, the speed and agility. If they're playing basketball, that they're also, working on eye-hand coordination with the volleyball too. So it's really important. Like you said, all schools are doing it, and that's what makes you excel.
As you get ready for your first full year as head coach next season, have you already thought about philosophy changes you might have offensively and defensively and personnel-wise, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I've had a lot of conversations. I think it's important. I will never stop learning about the game. And so always open to suggestions, from people. And it's just been the conversations that I've had. I'm excited to see what we can do and how we can maybe rearrange the court a little bit. But I think for the most part, my practice philosophy, my fundamental philosophy, that'll all pretty well stay the same. It'll just be, how can we best utilize the tools that we have on the court.
All righty. Well, Coach Heffernan, I appreciate a few moments of your time here this evening. Look forward to St. Edmond volleyball next fall and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Me too.
That's St. Edmond volleyball coach Lindsay Heffernan here with me on the Woffers Weidler halftime show. We're at halftime here of the St. Edmond girls game. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half. Back in a moment here on Sunny 99.7.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Had you been here for the first quarter, you'd have thought 7-6. This is going to be a low-scoring, slow-paced event. In the second quarter, things just picked up, and the Gales decided we know how to play this. Let's go ahead and take advantage of what we're finding as flaws in the Pocahontas offense and defense, and they've done that. Let's talk stats. We told you this was actually going to be a pretty close game. If you look at the scoreboard, yes, the Gales lead by 9, but all things considered, pretty close right now. One area of definite advantage for the Gales, and that's kind of what's ended up being the points different also, is in rebounds. And if you're out there in radio land and you're just kind of thinking, I wonder what the rebounds are right now, I can tell you for free that according to my statistician, Robin has said that Pocahontas has 11 rebounds, while alone Eden Horn has 12. So Eden is beating Pocahontas by herself, and the Gales in total have 25. So the rebounding game is definitely the advantage here going for the Gales. Points-wise, leading scorer for right now for the Indians is going to be Axman. She's got 9 points, and that's off of 6 free throws where she's made 5 and 2 field goals. So 9 points for her. Next is Chloe Medford, who's hit 2 3-pointers from the left-hand side, and she's missed 2 from the right-hand side. So I think the place to guard her, in my opinion, is going to be the left-hand side. And then Donica Drive, she's got 2 points, where she came in off the bench, and she had the other 2 points for the Indians. For the Gales, right now we have a couple people tied in the lead here for points, and that's going to be Eden Horn and Chloe Palmer, both with 6. Palmer's got 1 3-pointer, 1 field goal, and a free throw. Eden has 3 field goals, and she's also got, like I said, 12 rebounds, so well on her way to a double-double. Abby Huss has 5 points, as she's sitting on a 3-pointer and 2 free throws. Olivia has 4 points, 2 free throws, 1 field goal. And Sophia Schlins has 3 points with 1 3-pointer, and then Anna Lerson has 2 points. As far as assists go, Palmer currently has 3. We have 4 steals, and that's going to be Palmer, Lerson, Horn, and Huss all have a steal. Total fouls, Gales had 8. Indians had 7, so actually pretty even. Steals for the Indians. Axman had 2, Jansen had 1, Dreith had 1, and Mefford had 1. So they've got 5 steals to our 5. So everything, like I said, is lining up really pretty close. We're 5 of 9 for free throws at 56%. They're 5 of 10 at 50%. It just comes down to those rebounds and those second chance shots. If the Gales can keep that up, this is going to be a great game for them. So we got 43 seconds left. Let's go back to studio for one more commercial. When we come back, we'll have second half Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Loftusweiler halftime show. Thank you, Loftusweiler, for helping to sponsor that. This second half basketball starts with the Indians getting the ball. Ball's in the hands of Kakacek as she comes down the left-hand side. Running layup, and she missed it. Horn, 13th rebound, gets the ball outlet to Palmer. Palmer comes across the timeline right at center, sets up the offense. Gets it to Huss, right-hand side. Huss looking to get inside, not there. Top of the key to Schlins. Schlins over to Lurson, left-hand side. She wants to work it in. It's not there. Huss, long three on the way from the right-hand side, off the backboard. No good. Rebound by Mefford. Here come the Indians. She brings it up quickly. She's over the timeline and down to the three-point line. In the corner to Kakacek. She drives baseline. Gets it to Mefford. Mefford can't handle the pass. It's on the ground. She picks it back up. Think she would have tried for that three-pointer had she had the pass right to her. Luckily, she lost it. Axman has the ball. 18 on the shot clock. Gives it to Kakacek, top of the key. Handoff on this one now went to Hosworth. Hosworth back to Axman, back to Kakacek. They're just kind of weaving up at the top. Three-pointer by Axman on the way, off the side of the rim. It's on the ground, no good. She gets her own rebound, comes in. They're going to call a trip. She tripped over Horn's foot. She was out of control, but they're going to call the foul on Horn, and they're going to get a block on that one. Again, don't 100% agree with that, but I'm not down there on the floor. She was out of control going in for that shot. You could see that she literally was leaning way forward. And when a player's out of control like that, I don't know that you can call a foul, but she looks a little dazed. I think she went down kind of hard. She's trying to shake it off here. Axman going to go to the line. She is currently 5 of 6 at the free throw line, so that makes her just about an 82%, 83%. First shot on the way, and it's good, so she is 6 of 7. 7:02 here remaining. Gale now 26-18 as Gales lead by 8. One shot. Ball is live after this one. Shot is on its way, and it's good. Full court press set up here by the Indians. They get the ball over the left-hand side to Palmer. They quickly trap her. She goes through, loses the handle. She doesn't get a foul. They do a trap. Get Schlins caught. She bounces it off of Kakacek to get it out of bounds. Don't go to the line. Go to center. Is what the coach is telling them when you get the ball. That was almost a double dribble. Here comes Lurson. She gets across the timeline. Gets the ball to Palmer to set it up. Palmer working left-hand side, down in the corner to Huss. They get it into Horn. Horn works it down. She comes inside, puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebound to Lurson, who gets the rebound and puts it back up. Gales get second half chance points. 28-19. They're back up by 9. Axman works down the right-hand side. She drives in, loses the handle. It's going to be picked up by Palmer. Palmer going to work her way down quickly, goes to coast, goes and puts up a floater. It's good. She was outside the lane and just a nice little jumper as she drifted off. It goes 30-19. Gales up by 11. Axman working the ball down the right-hand side. Gets it back to Mefford. She comes up to center. He hands the ball off to Axman. Looks like they're going to set up that weave again. Bounce over to Jansen. Left-hand side, three-pointer on the way. Long off the rim. Bounce down. Lurson, fights Axman. Axman ends up with the rebound. She tries to go inside. Not there. Outside there to Dreith. Dreith puts up Kakacek put up the three-pointer. Hallsworth gets the rebound. She gets the rebound. Just stumbles and throws up a wish. She gets fouled. It goes in, and she's going to go to the line for the and one. 30-21. Gales up by 9. That's going to be Horn's 4th foul. Just like that, she has picked up her 4th foul. Andrews going to come in, and Horn's going to go take a little bench time. Hosworth putting the ball up for one free throw. She is a 57% free throw shooter. It is good. The Gales up by 8, 30-22. Ball gets into Palmer. Palmer comes to center, gets the ball to Lurson, cross timeline. She comes down quickly. Gets it back to Palmer. Palmer, top of the key. Over to the right-hand side. Hush, three-pointer on the way. Off the rim, loose on the ground. Picked up. Who gets it? Axman. Axman brings the ball across the timeline. And it's just mishandled by two Pocahontas players and is thrown out of bounds. Gales get the ball. And I think they're going to get it underneath the Pocahontas basket. They get the ball in. Here comes Palmer. 5:30 remains here in the third quarter. Palmer's going to cling the gun. They looked like they're going to set a trap. They do. They trap her in the corner. Goes all the way across. Long pass to Schlins. No good. Out of bounds. That's an unforced error. Turnover by the Gales. Here come the Indians. They get the ball to Axman to set up their offense. She comes across center court, goes to the right. To the left. Pick set by Medford. She looks like she's going to set up a shot. Not there. Goes all the way to the right-hand side. Gives it to Jansen. Back to Medford. Three-pointer on the way. And it was... They call a foul on Lurson on that one. So right now we have 3 fouls against the Gales. No fouls this quarter against Pocahontas. So she's going to go to the line. Medford's shooting 3 because they say Lurson hit her on a 3-point attempt. Coach doesn't look happy. Fans don't look happy. First shot is up and good for Medford. 30-23. So an 11-point lead down to 7. Second shot is up and good. 6-point lead. 30-24. Last shot up, and it's good. Medford says 71% free throw shooter. She is shooting really well. Lurson gets the ball across the timeline quickly. Gets it up top to Huss. Over to Palmer. Palmer works it on the right-hand side. Back to Lurson at center. Lurson gives the ball to Schlins. Schlins cross to Huss. Huss left-hand side gets it to Andrew. Andrew underneath, comes in. Nice spin move. Goes up for the shot. Misses it. Hulsworth gets the rebound. And here comes Axman across the timeline. She's coming down right-hand side. Works it back up. She's working against Lurson. Totally just hooked her. No foul called. Gets in. Gets the shot. Literally put her arm out and just reached around and passed it against Lurson. They finally call a foul. Axman's like, I got my hand straight up. Yeah, but you're running into her. So Axman's going to pick up her first foul. That can't be her first foul. Yeah, they're saying it's her first foul. All right. First team foul for the Indians. 3-point lead now for the Gales. An 11-point lead down to 3 points as they have gone on an 8-point run here. Palmer takes it in outside to Huss. Huss comes in. Shot goes up right from the free throw line. No good. Rebound Medford. Medford gets the ball over to Axman. Down in the corner to Hosworth. Another one quick to Kakacek. Kakacek coming up to center. She gets the ball over to Axman. Axman does her spin move, gets it inside to Medford. Medford spins around Andrew. Ball's on the ground, and I think they're going to call timeout. Not sure how they can call timeout. No one had possession of the ball, but Pocahontas gets the timeout. With the timeout, they'll remain possession. This is Gale basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Welcome back, Gale fans. Gale basketball here at Gale Gymnasium as the Gales are taking on the Pocahontas area Indians. The timeout called by Pocahontas. They have 34 on the shot clock, taking it out underneath their own basket. 3:52 remains in the third quarter. Quickly to Axman, who puts up a 3. Rebound is long. Hosworth gets the rebound. She puts up a nice long floater. Medford got the rebound. She puts up a shot, no good. Kakacek gets the rebound. Now it's back out top. Axman with another 3 on the way, and she hits it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is tied back up. An 11-point lead, down to nothing. Lurson gets the ball into him, and Jansen's going to foul her on the inbound pass. That's going to be the second team foul. Gales are going to take the ball underneath. As they're inbound the ball, they tried to get it to Lurson, and they're fouled. The press is starting to upset the Gales on this one. Lurson quickly loses her dribble, but gets the ball to Palmer. Palmer comes across the timeline. Finds Huss over in the corner. 3-pointer on the way. No good off the rim. Rebound to Hosworth. Hosworth coming up the left-hand side. She gets across the timeline, picked up by Palmer. Ball goes out of bounds. Tipped out by Palmer. 29 seconds left on the shot clock as Pocahontas is going to come in making some substitutions. Out goes Medford. In comes Dreith for the Gales. Out goes Schlins, and in comes Flaherty. Pass comes in. Dreith has it up at the top of the key. She gives it over to Jansen, right-hand side. Jansen passes over to Kakacek. Kakacek moves around, comes in right at the free throw line. Floater up and good as Pocahontas takes the lead. Gales on the Gales, 32-30. Lerson gets the ball, quickly dribbling up court. Passes it across court. Long, hard pass over Palmer's hands. Out of bounds. Another unforced or forced turnover. Gales really getting flustered here by this defense. Have to get into their game. Inbound pass comes down to Dreith. Dreith gets it inside to Hallsworth. Back out to Dreith. Dreith three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound to Lerson. Lerson gets the ball down to Flaherty. Flaherty quickly down there. She's outside the three-point line on the right-hand side. Gets it to Palmer. Palmer's going to work the ball on the left-hand side. Gets a nice pick by Liv. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound Kakacek. Here come the Indians. They get it to Hosworth. She comes underneath. Just puts it up and in. Pocahontas up 34-30. Remember, Gales went into the half with a 9-point lead. They get a foul on that one, and that's on Axman. Axman's going to pick up her second foul, third or fourth team foul. I can't tell which one yet. I think it's going to be the fourth. Nope, they only call it the third team foul. All right, we got a timeout here, so let's go ahead and go back to studio. This is Gale Basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Big news! Fort & Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Clock taking it out underneath their own basket. Inbound pass coming in to get it out to Andrew. Andrew up top to Flaherty. Flaherty over to Lerson. Lerson working the right-hand side. Gets it into Andrew. Andrew puts it down. Bounce pass right to Kakacek as it goes out of bounds off Kakacek's knee. So Gale still maintain control, but 14 seconds on the shot clock. Got to be aware of the time on the clock and how much is going off. Here comes the inbound pass. Up top to Lerson. Lerson working the right-hand side of the key. Get it to Palmer. Palmer comes up to center. Dribbles in, nothing there. She gives it to Huss. Huss into the lane. Long free throw attempt, no good. Long layup attempt, no good. Goes out of bounds off of Andrew. Turnover by the Gales as Pocahontas leads 34-30. Axman's going to bring the ball up for the Pocahontas Indians. Over to Jansen. Jansen working the right-hand side. All the way across court. Gets to Kakacek. Three-pointer on the way. Off the rim. No good. And they're going to call a foul. And I'm guessing it's going to be on Flaherty. Pardon me. The shot hit the shot clock, so it's out of bounds. It wasn't a foul at all. All right. That's better. I'm glad. Didn't call a foul on that one. All right. So Schlins is back in. She gets the ball to Lerson. Lerson. Nothing going. She's pushed on that one. Going to be a call on Kakacek, so Kakacek should pick that one up. And that is going to be her third foul. They really could, on this full court press, take it to the Indians, and they just haven't been taking it right at them. Get those fouls up. That is the fourth team foul. Minute 24 left. Okay, Palmer's going to come across. They set her in the corner, and they get her trapped. Pass to Flaherty. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Medford. All right, so Gales get to inbound, 25 on the shot clock. Schlins gets it to Palmer. Palmer, incoming pass to Flaherty. Can't get a hold of it. It goes out of bounds, but off of Pocahontas. So Gales still have it, 20 on the shot clock. Inbound to Lurson. Lurson gets it into Andrew. Andrew just literally crushed there on the inside. No foul called. They call it jump ball in the end. So jump ball, possession arrow is going to be all right. Not sure what they got here. I think they're going to reset the shot clock. I think they said that Pocahontas had possession. Gales then caused a jump ball. So 35 back on the shot clock. Minute 3 remains in the quarter. Gales down 34-30. Inbounding underneath their own basket. Full for fresh shot clock here. They get the ball to Schlinn. Schlinn gets it to Andrew. Andrew bounce pass to Lurson. Lurson, little jumper inside the lane. It's there from 10 foot. 32-34. Pocahontas. They get it over to Dreith. Dreith on the right-hand side comes into the lane, back up to Mefford. Mefford, three-pointer on the way, and it's good. She nailed that one right-hand side this time. 37-32. They get the ball to Andrew across the timeline. They're going to end up calling a foul on Dreith with the block. Not getting out of the way as Liv's trying to dribble. Took him a long time to call that foul, though. 38 seconds left in the game, or in the quarter, pardon me. Gales get to go to the line. That is going to be the 5th team foul. So Andrew going to go to the line shooting 2. 38 seconds. Gales down 37-32. 5 points. So down, up 11, down 5. 16-point turnaround here in this quarter. Shot is up. First shot, no good off the back of the rim. Andrew, like we said earlier, 50% free throw shooter. Palmer's going to take a breather. In comes Huss. So we got Huss, Schlins, Lurson, Flaherty, and Andrew. 4 fouls on Horn, and that's making a huge difference for the Gales here as Horn has picked up her 4th foul. Second shot is up and good. 33-37. 4-point lead for the Indians. Ball gets down quickly. Gets down in the corner, Kakachik. Back up top to Axman. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Down the quarter now. 3-pointer on the way for Dreith. No good off the rim. Andrew and Hosworth. Jump ball possession is going to go to Pocahontas. So with 23 seconds here in the quarter, Pocahontas is going to get the ball underneath their own hoop. No shot clock. They get it up top to Axness. Axness over to Kakachik. Back to Axness. Axman working around. There she go back to Kakachik in the corner. Back to Axman. She's now working last shot, 11 seconds. And she comes back right, left, and now right again. Hands it off to Kakachik. Kakachik coming down into the lane. 3-pointer on the way from Hosworth. Long shot, no good. Andrew gets the rebound. But that's going to be the quarter. So third quarter, Gales trail 37-33. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. Of the game brought to you by Wheelchair Dynamics. With a full range of medical equipment and supplies, you'll find affordable quality solutions for all at their home healthcare needs store. Wheelchair Dynamics, located at 1406 8th Street West. Gales get the ball to start the quarter, hand it over to the Indians, and here comes Hosworth coming down the right-hand side. She gets the ball over to Axman. Axman over and back as she lost control of the ball. They're going to say it was a touch, but it wasn't. She got a hold of it and just kept going. So that's an error by the Indians. Gales get the ball back, trailing 33-37, 7:42 remaining. Gales going to take the ball out right in front of their home friend, or the bench, all the neighbors over there. They give it to Palmer, to Schlins in the corner to Lurson. Lurson, long pass across to Huss. Huss, top now to Palmer. Palmer gets it into Horn. Horn puts the ball down, back up top to Schlins. Three-pointer on the way. Good. Nothing but net. 36-37. Gales bring it to within one now. They get the ball here to Kakacek, who brings the ball up for the first time for the Indians. Back over to Axman. Axman down to Jansen. Jansen working the left-hand side, coming back up top. She gets the ball to Mefford. Mefford tried to work it back to center. She gets it to Jansen. Jansen working down the right-hand side. She's guarded by Lurson. Gives it back to Mefford. Mefford, three-pointer on the way. Short. Ball's going to be picked up there. Oh, Huss touched it, and it hit the line. Goes out of bounds. She could have let it run out of bounds, but she thought she had it. Lost the fingers on it. It hit the line, so they're going to get it back after the missed three-point attempt. Indians up 37-36, get the ball on their own court down here. They get the ball to Mefford up top. Back to Axman. She's going to set up the offense. She's working center now against Palmer. She comes, gets switched off to Lurson, to Jansen, inside to Hosford, out to Kakacek, up to Medford. Medford at the center. She goes back to Jansen. Inside now to Hosford. Hosford outside now. Kakacek, three-pointer on the way. Off the rim, no good. Ball is up. Horn gets the rebound, and she gets it out quickly to Lurson across court to Schlins. Pardon me. A little bit of a stutter there, folks. Gets the ball to Lurson. Bounce back out to Schlins. Now to the top of the key. Palmer, who got it to Horn. Horn puts up a nice little turnaround jumper. 38-37. Gales take the lead. 6:19 left in the fourth. Here comes Axman down the right-hand side. Picks up the dribble. Long pass. It's loose. Lurson gets the steal. She's going to come in from the other side. No good. Rebound is loose on the ground. They get it to Palmer. Palmer spins around. Shots no good. Horn gets the rebound. Puts it up. It's no good. But she's going to go to the line shooting too. A lot of fouls, I thought, down there, and they finally call one. And they're going to call that one on Mefford. It's only Mefford's second foul, but it's the first team foul for the Indians here in the fourth quarter. Oh, my goodness. First shot up by Horn. In and out. No good. 38-37. Gales still lead. Told you this was going to be a good one, folks. I told you they were pretty evenly matched. This game is going to come down to, and if Horn can make it the whole game, I think they will pull it out. Second shot, no good. Mefford, rebound. Here come the Indians. Gets the ball to Axman. Axman works it up here across the timeline. She comes over, little left to center, and she's working up, coming down the right-hand side. Pick set, and Axman just loses the handle. It goes out of bounds. Looks like she thought she should have a foul called. She literally just let the ball roll. That's out of bounds. Here comes the inbound pass. They get it to Lurson. Lurson quickly gets it across. Tries to get Horn to move out ahead. She doesn't. Huss has the ball, right-hand side. Going to set it back to Palmer, set it up. Get it to Horn. She's just inside the free throw line, outside the lane. They get it to Huss. Huss underneath to Lurson. Bounce pass. They try to get it out of bounds. It's loose on the ground. And stepped out of bounds was Axman. She had control, stepped on the line. So it's going to be Gale basketball underneath their own hoop. This is going to be Gale basketball. We got a timeout called on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Gale Gymnasium, final quarter here, the girls' game. The Gales up 38-37. Get to bring the ball in out underneath their own basket. We want to thank Fort Dodge Fiber. You registered today for cutting-edge technology and lightning-fast broadband. That is Fort Dodge Fiber. Here comes the inbound pass to Horn. Horn gets it up top to Schlinch. Three-pointer on the way. Oh, bounces around. No good. Meffert gets the rebound. Here come the Indians. She quickly comes across center court. Works it on the right-hand side. Lurson guarding her pretty close. She comes down, gets it to Hosworth. Hosworth gets it inside to Kakacek. Kakacek tries to spin around. Horn out of bounds. They're going to call it out of bounds on the Gales. Not sure who touched it there, but they say it's out on us. So it's going to be basketball possession, Indians underneath their own basket. Out goes Jansen. In comes Dreith. So we got Dreith, Hosworth, Mefford, Kakacek, and Axman. Ball comes into Mefford. Mefford works to the right-hand side in the corner. Now to Dreith. Dreith, nothing there. She spins around a couple of times. Gets the ball. Picked around. Oh, she lost it. Now has control. Timeout called by Pocahontas on that one. So we got another timeout called. This is Gale basketball. Well, let's just keep it here. And we're going to thank some of our sponsors while we got time here. We've had enough commercials for a while. I want to say thank you to Jaden Electric, qualified electricians that can accomplish projects both big and small. They offer everything from 24-hour electrical service and repair to design build in Iowa. They are a family-owned company who care about quality and customer service. CJ BioAmerica. CJ BioAmerica is a global leader in animal nutrition and health, and they are looking for motivated and talented individuals to join their growing team. If you are looking for competitive pay, amazing benefits, and being valued in the workplace, apply today at CJ BioAmerica's Facebook page, Equal Opportunity Employer. Remember that tonight's post-game show is brought to you by Daniel Tire. That'll become after the game, along with the player of the game, brought to you by Sports Page. We want to thank all of our sponsors tonight, and Riley Armstrong and Plumbing Heating is one of those. Since 1989, they have specialized in new construction, remodeling, and repair in Fort Dodge area and across Iowa. Their fully licensed crew is prepared to tackle any plumbing and heating job that have thrown their way. They offer free estimates and inexpensive service calls. All righty, folks. Looks like we're about ready to get back to play as Indians take possession underneath their own basket over here. 10 seconds on the shot clock. As they're going, nope, they're not under the basket. They're going to take it out in front of their own bench over here. So over on the sideline, bringing the ball in. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They get it into Axman. Axman working top right. Bounce pass over to Kakacek. Back up top to Axman. 5 on the shot clock. Looking to clear things out. She wants the shot. They give it to Kakacek. Kakacek back to Axman. No, shot clock violation. That's a nice turnover by the Gales. They lead 38-37. Get to take the ball out of bounds in front of the Pocahontas bench. Quickly get the ball in now to Palmer, who's going to come up across the timeline. They're going to try and trap her again. They get the ball to Horn. Horn gets it in the corner to Huss. Huss gets it to an open Lurson. Ball quickly stripped out of bounds, though. Here came Dreith running down the lane, taking a shot. He knocked it out of bounds. Gales have it underneath their own basket. 28 on the shot clock, 4:41 here remaining in the game. Ball's coming in. They get it to Schlins. Long pass. The free throw is no good. Pardon me. Layup. Hers was no good. Horn got the rebound. Puts it back. I'm sure she's at a double-double now. So, Halsworth gets the ball underneath and blocked by Horn. Horn just reached up, grabbed the ball, got it to Palmer. Here comes Palmer. Bounce pass to Lurson. Lurson goes in, gets the layup from the left-hand side. Gales are now up by 5, 42-37. Quickly, the Indians come back down. They get it to Dreith. Dreith working the left-hand side to Kakacek to Mefford. Mefford working the... She's got the ball far right down bottom. They got it to Axman. Axman driving into the lane. She loses the handle. Picked up by Palmer. Palmer gets it quickly. Oh, Lurson was out in front of everybody. Puts the layup in as the ball was way out in front of her from the right-hand side. It is 44-37 and just, pardon me, I'm coughing and losing my breath. Gales are up by 7. 3:56 here left in the game. Mefford, she had the ball, but Lurson came and stripped it. She ended up getting it back, so Mefford's coming down the right-hand side. Tall being tightly guarded by Lurson. They get the ball to Kakacek. Three-pointer on the way. Long, no good. Schlins with the rebound. Outlet pass to Huss. Huss gets it back to Palmer. And the Gales are going to take a little time to set it up, thank heaven, so I can breathe and maybe catch a little breath here. Gales up by 7. 44-37 here. They get the ball to Lurson. Lurson on the left-hand side. She works it back up top. Gives it to Huss. Huss over a little bit to the right. Looks for the shot. Finds Horn. Horn coming into the lane right upside the free throw. She does a couple of little bounce moves. Doesn't fall. Rebound goes to Kakacek. Kakacek's coming quickly down as she takes a couple of steps. They're going to call up foul on Huss on that one as she tried to step around her. Huss did end up giving her a little trip on that one. Not purposefully, but she caught her. So 2 shots going to the line. Kakacek Foul on Huss. That's her second foul. That is going to be the first team foul for the Gales. And right now we're going to have 2 shots from Kakacek. Kakacek, an 80% free throw shooter. I think this is the first time she's shooting. She's pretty much liquid magic from the line there. Just call her Drano. Goes right through. 44-38. Gales up by 6. Second shot being lined up right now. It is up, and it is good. All right. Gale's going to bring the ball in. Remember, full court press coming here. They get the ball to Lurson. Lurson gets it to Horn, and they call a foul on that one. Axman reached right in on her, and that's going to be Axman's 4th, I believe. Should be. Nope, that's her 3rd. Man, you would think that they have more fouls. All right, second team foul. 3:08 left in the quarter. Gales up by 5. Ball is across the timeline now to Schlins. Schlins gets right in the middle to Horn, who was just blocked out of place by Hawsworth. Nothing called. Medford gets the ball. She comes all the way down. They got it back up top. Here comes Hawsworth. Outside to Axman. Axman comes into the lane. She runs around a couple of people. Nobody wanted to foul on that one. They get it back. 44-41. Gales up by 3. Lurson has the ball. Comes across court. Gets it to Horn. It's on the ground. Palmer picks it up. Nice move as she got the ball back under control. Got it to Schlins, who got it to Huss. 3-pointer by Schlins on the way. That's good. Oh, my goodness. That was an NBA 3. 47-41. Gales back up by 6. 2.5 remaining in the game. Kakacek has the ball for the Indians. She gets it down to Jansen. Jansen working the right-hand side. Gets it inside to Hawsworth. Hawsworth stripped by Schlins, but they're going to say it was a foul. So that's going to be Schlins' foul. Hawsworth's going to go to the line shooting 2. Schlins has her second foul. That's the second team foul for the Gales. Hawsworth will go to the line shooting 2. Hawsworth, a 57% free throw shooter. Not sure how many she's got tonight, but I think the first couple went in. So she's about due for a miss here, hopefully. First shot is up, and it's good. Okay, Lance, why don't you not go ahead and jinx it for the Gales and say what should happen. 47-42. Gales up by 5. Second shot being lined up here by Hawsworth. Second shot is up, and good. That didn't even move the strings, folks. That was in. Here come the Gales. 2:14 left. Schlins working the right-hand side. Ball's across the timeline to Lurson. Lurson, cross court now to Palmer, setting up the offense. Palmer gets it to Horn. Horn, all the way across to Schlins. 3-pointer on the way. Good. Oh, so much Drano on that one. Gales back up now by 7, 50-43. They get it to Kakacek. Kakacek coming baseline. She goes in for the layup, misses. Horn gets the rebound, gets the ball to Huss. Gales have a chance to even extend the lead a little more as they're up by 7 now with 1:43 remaining here in the game. Huss has the ball, right-hand side. She gets it back to Palmer. And just instantly fouled on that one by Jansen. Don't even know that they went for the ball, but that's okay. So they got a lot of fouls to give before they get to the free throw line. So Gales are going to inbound. 35 seconds on the shot clock, 1:36 on the game clock. We got a timeout called by Pocahontas. We'll go back to studio. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Ooh, welcome back, Gale fans. We got a doozy going on here. I don't know about you at home, but I am on the edge of my seat with this one. 1:36 left, 50-43. Gale's up by 7. Pocahontas knowing they got to give a bunch of fouls. They get the ball into Palmer, all the way across court to Huss. Huss on the left-hand side gets it back to Schlins, over to Palmer. Palmer down to Lurson. They're coming at him, looking to foul. They got a foul on that one before Palmer got rid of the ball. So that's going to be another foul, and the foul's going to go on Kakacek. So Kakacek's going to pick up her 4th foul. Not necessarily wise on that one that she should have given. I think Jansen's the one that should have been given the fouls, or maybe even Mefford. But Gales get the ball. 35 seconds on the shot clock, minute 27 on the game clock. Inbound pass goes to Palmer. They try to trap her in the corner. She gets it out top to Schlins, gets it over to Huss. Huss working the left-hand side. Back up top to Schlins. She is just beat on that one as Axman just came up and attacked her. So Schlins is going to go to the line shooting 2. A minute 19 remaining. Schlins gets to shoot 2. Now, folks, I'm not going to say anything right now because I'm not jinxing anything right now. Lance is going to keep his mouth shut, and we're going to have 2 free throws here from Sophia. First one is up and good. 51-43, 8-point lead. Minute 19 remaining. Gales, well, looks like they are. They had pulled people off the line, but then they brought them back. So wisely, they have Horn off the line. Second shot is up and no good, but the rebound picked up by Schlins, and they call Hosworth for a foul. Schlins had the ball. Hosworth bumped right into her, so now Schlins is going to go right back to the line, shooting another 2. 51-43, 8-point lead, minute 16. And again, not going to say anything about free throws right now because I had an interesting factoid that I'm glad I didn't say. First shot is up and good. 52-43. Gales up by 9, minute 16 left. I'm starting to breathe a little better. My heart's beating a little slower. My blood pressure's a little lower. Second shot is up and good. Gales 53-43, 10-point lead. Here comes Axman bringing the ball up quickly for the Indians. They don't have a lot of time on their side, so they're going to try and work probably for 3-pointers. Axman in the corner on the right-hand side. Bounce pass into Hosworth. Hosworth, crazy wild shot. Rebound by Horn. Horn gets the ball to Palmer. Palmer with a minute left brings it across the timeline, sets up the offense. 30-second differential between shot clock and game clock. So she brings the ball all the way to the right-hand side, and they're going to try and strip it, and it goes out of bounds on Pocahontas. Hosworth came up behind, grabbed the ball, and slid out of bounds. 51 seconds, 22 on the shot clock. Gales have possession right in front of their own bench, going to bring it in here. Got a breakaway as they get it now to Horn. Horn gets it over to Lurson. Lurson's going to go. No pass on that one. They're going to call a foul before the pass to Lurson. Lurson did get the shot, but the foul on this one's going to go on Medford. Medford's going to have her 3rd foul, and that's going to be well beyond 5. So going to the line is Horn. Horn's going to shoot. So what I didn't want to say was Sophia Schlins was shooting 100% of her free throws. She missed 1 of the 4, so she's at 75% on those. I think added with all of her others, she's probably shooting about 80%. She hasn't shot a lot this year. First shot by Horn is up and no good. 50 seconds remain on the time here in the 4th quarter. Remember, folks, after the game, we're going to have our Daniel Tire postgame show and our sports page player of the game. Horn's second shot is up and no good. Rebound Mefford. Here come the Indians quickly up to Kakacek. Kakacek tries to drive inside. She does. Crazy attempt on that one. Horn gets the rebound. Horn gives the ball over to Palmer. Palmer's going to work the ball up. She gets it across the timeline where she's swarmed. Gets it to Flaherty to Lurson. Lurson back to Palmer, top of the key. She's holding the ball. 31 seconds, 24 on the shot clock. Oh, nice move on her part. She just dribbled between 2 people. Finds Maggie underneath. Flaherty puts up the shot. Missed it. It's going to go out of bounds on Pocahontas. It's going to be Gale ball. No shot clock. 24 seconds on the game clock. Gales are going to come away with this one unless something really incredible happens in the last seconds. I don't know how they're going to get 10 points in 24 seconds, but I'm not going to say not. I'm just going to say probably not. Gales look like they're going to go ahead and advance tonight and going to go to 14-4. And Pocahontas going to take the L on this one. Huss has the ball. 17 left. Gets it over to Palmer. Palmer holds the ball. Hosworth isn't even going to defend it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Gales are going to win 53-43. Like I said, if Horn got to stay in the entire 4th period, the Gales had a very good chance of winning. And with that, they do. Here comes the horn. Ladies and gentlemen, Gale victory. This is Gale basketball on Sunny 99.7, your FortDodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
The ball across center court, gives it over to Lake. Now they try to get it to drive for it. Picked off by Palmer. Palmer's going to come down court. Reached in by drive. Nothing called. She comes back again. Top of the key now to Huss. Big three on the way. Long three. Bounces around the rim. No good. Horn gets the rebound. Puts in the bucket. Nice putback. It's 11-10. Gales lead by no good. Pardon me. Layup. Hers was no good. Horn got the rebound. Puts it back. I'm sure she's at a double-double now. So Halswith gets the ball underneath and blocked by Horn. Horn just reached up, grabbed the ball, got it to Palmer. Here comes Palmer. Bounce pass to Lurson. Lurson goes in, gets the layup from the left-hand side. Gales are now up by 5, 42-37. Quickly, the Indians come back down. Check to Mefford. Mefford working the... She's got the ball far right down bottom. They got it to Axman. Axman driving into the lane. She loses the handle. Picked up by Palmer. Palmer gets it quickly. Oh, Lurson was out in front of everybody. Puts the layup in as the ball was way out in front of her from the right-hand side. It is 44-37 and just, pardon me, I'm coughing and losing my breath. Gales are up by 7. Nobody wanted to foul on that one. They get it back. 44-41. Gales up by 3. Lurson has the ball, comes across court, gets it to Horn. It's on the ground. Palmer picks it up. Nice move as she got the ball back under control. Got it to Schlins, who got it to Huss. Three-pointer by Schlins on the way. That's good. Oh, my goodness. That was an NBA three. 47-40. Palmer gets it to Horn. Horn. All the way across to Schlins. Three-pointer on the way. Good. Oh, so much Drano on that one. Gales back up. Sports page, Bar and Grill in Fort Dodge. Our player of the game tonight, just breaking the back, in my opinion, of Pocahontas when it mattered most. She was sinking the threes, and that's going to be Sophia Schlins. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 three-pointers, and 3 out of 4 free throw shooting right there at the end. Just clutch-o-matic. Eden Horn did get a double-double. She had 10 points. And, folks, I'm going to say this once, and you're going to say, what? And I'm going to say, yeah, 19 rebounds. Now, that could be more because we could have missed 1 or 2. There were so many happening. The really interesting stat, and the last thing I'm going to leave you with before we end the game here, is that at halftime, the Gales had 25 rebounds, and in the second half, they had 36. So only 11 rebounds in the entire second half. That really is what made that third quarter scary for me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the post-game wrap-up here. We're going to go ahead and go right into the pregame for the boys. This is Gale Basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Hi, this is St. Edmond boys basketball coach Adolph Kokendorfer, and you're listening to your home for Gales boys basketball, Sunny 99.7.
St. Edmond Gales basketball is on the air. Gales basketball is brought to you in part by Peking Garden, Party Productions, Flooring America Design Center, Michael Boer American Family Insurance, Loffersweiler, Appliance Plus Furniture and Mattress, Stone Creek Landscape and Nursery, and Danielle Lynch at Farm Bureau Financial Services. And now, here's Lance Lennon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the St. Edmond Gale Boys Basketball pregame show on Sunny 99.7. My name's Lance Lennon. Brock Freeman's back in the studio working the board, and next to me, as always, keeping stats is Rob Ean. This evening's St. Edmond Gale Basketball pregame show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. The Gales extended their win streak to 6 with a nice home court victory over longtime conference rivals, the Wildcats of Humboldt. In a game where every possession felt magnified, St. Edmond relied on their veteran Twin Towers to secure a 56-38 win. It wasn't the offensive explosion we saw last week, but it was a testament to the Gales' ability to win with defense and timely perimeter shooting when the paint got crowded. The Gales showed incredible poise late, knocking down critical shots to keep the Wildcats at arm's length. The effort was once again led by Hunter Horn, who showcased his versatility by finishing with a double-double, 21 points and 10 rebounds. While Humboldt tried to make things difficult for him inside, Horn adjusted beautifully, going a perfect 3 for 3 from behind the arc. He was matched in physicality by Jacob Koopman, who also turned in a double-double with 12 points and 10 rebounds, including a stellar 3 of 4 from behind three-point range. Carson Bargfried remained a model of consistency, chipping in 10 points, while Grant Gallus did the dirty work on the glass with 7 big rebounds. Jack McElroy continues to steer the ship, dishing out 6 assists to keep the offense moving against a tough Wildcat zone. Joining us now is Coach Kokendorfer. Thanks, Coach, for taking the time to talk to us again.
It's my pleasure, Lance.
We're getting down there in the season. Only got a few more of these, but that's how time works, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Kind of looking forward to what we got ahead, too.
Oh, yeah, I am also. But in the win over Humboldt, both Hunter and Jacob finished with double-doubles, but they also combined to go 6 of 7 from behind three-point range. So when your big guys are shooting the ball that effectively from the perimeter, how much does that stress an opposing defense that wants to stay packed inside the lane?
Well, it does kind of mess their game plan up a little bit. So, as a coach works, if you have a couple days of practice and you work on a game plan, sometimes it's hard to switch that mindset then. And that kind of messes with the other team if they had something set they were going to do. So it really did. It loosened things up. And I just wanted to mention that our starters went 9 for 11. From the 3, and that's something that we're very capable of, but haven't had to do it all the time. So hopefully that'll be there when we need it here down the stretch.
Yeah. So of your 56 points, 28. You said 9. So 9 3-pointers is 27. Holy cow, 27. There we go. So just under half of your points were 3-pointers. That's amazing. All right. Well, you did hold Humboldt to just 46 points. You saw Hunter and Jacob each record 2 blocks, with Grant Gallus also chipping in 7 rebounds from the guard spot. How pleased were you with the collective team effort to win a game against a much more physically bound team than and a bigger physical grind than you had to go against in the past, especially against Hampton-Dumont?
Yeah, it's good for us. We play pretty much 3A basketball. So, sometimes you look at the free throws and stuff that teams shoot in our conference, and they aren't near what the teams would shoot in a 1A, 2A conference, just called closer. But we benefit from that in the long run. We learn to be physical and deal with it. And I was really proud of the kids for stepping up their game in that aspect of it. It's just been, they get those other guys chip in, like you mentioned, Grant and all 5 of them really in one way or a different way. Koopman and Hunter and Coach Carson and Jack, they all had some different thing to add to it. And that's going to be things that hopefully keep helping us down the road. So it's important.
Well, I agree. It's like we talk about every single week almost. It's a team effort. So, all righty, folks, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more to Coach about tonight's contest. This evening's St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show on Sunday 99.7 is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing.
St. Edmond Gales basketball is on the air. Gales basketball is brought to you in part by CJ Bio of America, Plum Supply Kitchens and Bath, Fort Dodge Fiber, Jaden Electric, Riley Armstrong Plumbing and Heating, along with Sports Page Bar and Grill. Once again, here's Lance Lennon.
Welcome back, everybody, to the St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show here on Sunday 99.7. This evening, the St. Edmond Gales prepare for a non-conference showdown as they play host to the Indians of Pocahontas area. This evening's St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show was brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. The 16-2 Gales enter tonight's contest with their big three firing on all cylinders. Hunter Horn is putting up impressive numbers, averaging 26.9 points, while seeing his efficiency from deep climb to over 36%. He's flanked by Carson Bargfried, who is averaging nearly 14 points and remains one of the area's elite shooters at 38% from behind the arc. Jacob Koopman rounds out the scoring threat at 9.1 points per game while shooting a blistering 58.4% from the field. The common denominator for this success remains Jack McElroy. He's dishing out 6.5 assists per game with a phenomenal 3.9 assist to turnover ratio, ensuring the Gales stay in rhythm. And then again, there's also the ever-present speed and ball handling skills of Grant Gallus to round out the starting five. The Pocahontas area Indians bring a 9-8 record and a youthful but dangerous lineup to Fort Dodge. They're led by a sophomore standout, Carson Wielander, who is a high-volume scorer averaging 17.1 points. Senior Christian Valenzuela provides the veteran leadership, contributing 10.9 points and leading the team in rebounding at 6.1 and assists at 2.6. The Indians also rely on sophomore Gabe Halligan, who adds nearly 10 points a night. While Pocahontas area has plenty of scoring options, they have struggled, as many of the teams, with ball security, specifically with Wielander and Venezuela combining for nearly 6 turnovers a game. For the Gales to be successful tonight, they need to exploit their massive advantage on the glass. Between Horn and Koopman, St. Edmond has a significant height and strength edge over the Indians' leading rebounders. If the Gales can dominate the defensive boards and let McElroy and Gallus exploit the Indians defensively, they should be able to transition quickly and find high percentage looks. Back with us now is Coach K. Welcome back, Coach.
Good to be back, Lance.
All right, so Carson Wielander, he's only a sophomore, but he's already quite the scorer for the Indians. With the defensive advantage you have in Koopman and Hunter, do you look to force Wielander into the paint?
Show was
you
brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing.
With those two,
businesses get your custodial supplies and equipment, including cleaning chemicals, paper products, vacuums, and floor scrubbers from Central Iowa Distributing, serving Fort Dodge for over 40 years.
Keep guards.
We also want to thank tonight for streaming online of the game, brought to you by Mitch Lund, State Farm Insurance in Fort Dodge. Contact Mitch at 515-576-4171 today for life, home, business, and auto insurance. Mitch can also help regarding mutual funds, investments, and annuities. Get a free quote. Also, check out the website, golund.com. That's golund with 2 N's today. This evening game can be found on yourfortdodge.com, the Alexa and TuneIn app, and iHeartRadio. Video streaming tonight, if you're watching it on the YouTubers, that is brought to you by Trailhead CPAs and Advisors in Fort Dodge. Video can be seen on our YouTube channel, the Sunny Facebook page, and you can also find the link in our website at yourfortdodge.com. And this is all made possible by Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. Our video stream scoreboard is brought to you by Kesterson Realty. When you need to buy or sell a home, business, or acreage, Kesterson Realty should be your first and last call. The professionals at Kesterson Realty ensure that every deal is easy, taking the stress out of buying and selling real estate. Today's Player of the Game Spotlight for the boys is brought to you by Jessica Miracle at Farm Bureau Financial Services. They'd like to remind you that students you see tonight are more than just what you see on the court. Today's spotlight player is Carson Bargfried. Carson's favorite teacher is Mrs. Beck. His favorite food is chicken Alfredo. Favorite TV show is Ted Lasso. I completely agree with that one. That is a great show. I don't know if you've ever watched that, folks, but that is a great show. His favorite music is hip-hop, and he says his biggest supporters are his family and Mr. Lennon. Thank you to Jessica Miracle, your Farm Bureau financial agent in Fort Dodge, for bringing us this player spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, that girls' game had my heart racing. I went to go give blood today. I have to give blood on a regular basis. I've got some stuff going on with me, as many of you are well aware, and I have to donate blood on a regular basis. Anyway, I go today, and they don't take my blood because I'm on an antibiotic, but I got to go back later. Anyway, the point of that story is that my heart rate, my pulse, when knowing I'm going to be giving blood, was 118/72. I'm talking really good. But during the game today, I felt it go up. Girls end up winning. That was awesome. We're happy about that. Tonight's starting lineups are going to be brought to you by Kingsgate Insurance. They design insurance and solutions specifically for you. Working with you, they will identify solutions that protect you against risk, suit your budget, and give you peace of mind. That's how you can expect to be treated when you work with Kingsgate Insurance downtown Fort Dodge. Now, before I get the starting lineups for you, it is time for, drum roll, the Declan update. Declan was supposed to get his 2-month shots today, but he did not get them. They postponed them till Monday. But he is 2 months old. I got to hold him this afternoon before I came to the game. He took a nap in my arms, and Grandpa just about fell asleep. Tonight's starting lineups, we've got the Pocahontas area Indians coming in tonight at 9 and 8. Likely starters tonight. Again, not always sure that we got 100% of the starters right, but we think we do. Is going to be number 0, Jack Geardas, a senior at 6 foot tall. Number 1, Carson Wielander, a sophomore at 5'10". Number 2, Christian Venezuela. That is going, I'm sorry, folks, all night long I probably will kill that name. Christian Venezuela, a senior at 6'2". Number 4, Gabe Halligan, a sophomore at 5'9". And most likely number 11, Colin Dreith, a senior at 6'1". The Indians are coached by Avery Busta, assisted by Ben Olson and Kirk Wielander. And now your Gale starting lineups. We again have our usual starters tonight as the Gales. Pretty much all season long we've had the same 5, and they've done one heck of a job, sitting at 16 and 2. Starting our 5 are number 5, Jacob Captain Senior Koopman, a forward at 6'2". Wearing number 10, a senior guard at 6'0". He's the engine of the machine, Jack McElroy, one of the co-captains. Number 12, senior guard at 6'1", Grant Gallus. Wearing number 34, another co-captain, Hunter Horn, the senior forward at 6'5". And wearing number 42, Carson Bargfried, the senior guard, standing 6'2". Your St. Edmond Gales are coached by Adolf Kokendorfer, assisted by Pat O'Rourke and Mitchell Rasmussen. Not many more times will I get to say coached by Adolf Kokendorfer, as he is retiring at the end of this season. All right, so with the beginning of our starting lineups, we do again want to thank Kingsgate Insurance for our starting lineups. They design insurance and solutions specifically for you. Working with you, they will identify solutions that protect you against risk, suit your budget, and give you peace of mind. That's how you can expect to be treated when you work with Kingsgate Insurance downtown Fort Dodge. We want to say thank you to a couple of more sponsors as we're getting ready for the game to kick off here. Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths. Choosing items for your home, it should be a fun and creative experience. At Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths, the beautifully displayed kitchens and baths can inspire you to bring your space one step closer to reality. They're located on South 22nd Street in Fort Dodge. Community Health Center of Fort Dodge, with locations in Fort Dodge, Mason City, Dayton, and Eagle Grove, offer medical, dental, and behavioral health services for patients of all ages. Their caring staff is committed to your well-being and getting you back to feeling like yourself. Again, thank you to Community Health Center. Well, we're just about done with our starting lineups, and that means we're getting ready for our tip-off. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by North Central Occupational Medicine and Walk-In Clinic. Get immediate help regarding illness, physicals, worker comp injuries, drug screens, cosmetic Botox, and weight loss management. They are the Walk-In Clinic north of the fire station in Fort Dodge. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for Gale basketball, remember, only 2 more games here in the regular season. At halftime of this game, we will talk to Coach Tracy. Remember, one of the things that happened today was the seeding came out for the girls' postseason play. We'll find out where the Gales are going to be. I heard a rumor that with the Cedar Rapids Gazette had them going southwest, which would be nice because that would keep us away from Garrigan and Newell Fonda, at least for a while, and make a path to state possible. All right, not that it wouldn't be possible the other way, just a little harder to get through those 2 teams. All right, so here we go, folks. Tip-off. Boys selection will be Monday before the Webster City game. So we have Clear Lake and Webster City remaining on the calendar to end out the regular season. Tomorrow night being Clear Lake, big game for both teams as they both look for a little bit of redemption from the last loss. And here comes the tip-off. Horn gets the tip-off, but tips it off right into the Pocahontas hands. And that's going to go to Venezuela. Venezuela gets the ball underneath to Wielander. He doesn't make the shot. Horn gets the rebound and gives the ball to Gallus. Gallus back to Horn. Horn works down the lane, gets it outside to McElroy. McElroy working the left-hand side, back inside to Horn. Tipped out of his hands, gets over to, that's going to be Wielander. Wielander goes all the way down. Nope, that was going to be Halligan. Gabe Halligan goes in for the shot on that one. He does not get the shot, but he's going to be fouled. They're going to call the foul on Horn. Horn's first foul, first team foul. And going to the line is going to be Halligan. Halligan, a 67.9% free throw shooter. Here we are, 7:30, remains in the quarter, 0-0. First shot is on its way and good. Pocahontas is up. First lead of the game, 1-0. Halligan lines up his second shot. It's up and it's good. Barely moved the strings on that one, too. Just straight on through. Quick pass down to Gallus. Gallus working down the bottom right. Gets the top of the key to Koopman. Koopman goes into the free throw line. Back out to McElroy. McElroy back to Koopman. Koopman sitting over on the left-hand side. Pardon me. Bounce pass inside to Bargfried. Bargfried misses the layup. Rebound goes to Halligan as Halligan brings the ball across the timeline. Gets it to Gertis. Gertis gives the ball to Venezuela. Venezuela back to Halligan. Halligan tries to drive in the lane. It's not there. Gets it to Wielander. Wielander at the free throw line. Little jump shot goes up off the rim. Rebounded by Koopman. Quick outlet to Gallus. Gallus coming down the left-hand side. He's in the lane. He goes up. Layup is good. 2-2. The clock has not gone. The clock has not gone. They finally got the clock started. That has not gone since the free throw. I looked up, and it was still 7:37. 2 possessions went by. Okay, so Pocahontas has the ball. Pass intercepted by McElroy. He gets it to Gallus coming down the left-hand side again against Halligan, who gives it to Horn. Underneath, Horn came down behind, trailing. Gets the layup as he came right over the front of the rim. 4-2. 7:16. We got about a minute's worth of free play there in that, maybe 30 seconds back and forth. All right, Venezuela brings the ball across the timeline. He tries to get it down pass. It's intercepted by Koopman. Here come the Gales. All left wide open is Horn as who puts it down. 6-2. Just everybody split the lane, and he was left wide open. He's like, I can't believe this. It's lunchtime. Wielander has the ball, top of the key. Gets it to Halligan down the left-hand side, guarded by Gallus. They get it up to Gertis. Gertis gives it over to Venezuela. Venezuela back over to Halligan, working the left-hand side. He comes in towards center, works down the lane. Outslit pass is they're deflected by McElroy. It's going to go out of bounds. No, they say it didn't touch McElroy. Just threw it out of bounds. All right, Gales get the ball. I thought it went off of McElroy's fingers the way it was thrown. It was just thrown poorly. McElroy has the ball. Brings it across the timeline. First time the Gales are going to set up their offense. They get it to Horn. He breaks through. He comes down underneath, right-hand side. Gets around 2 defenders, puts it up and in. 8-2. Horn has 6 points already out of the 8. Venezuela has the ball, top of the key, going against Koopman. He loses the handle. It's loose, picked up by Halligan. Loose again, and they're going to call Bargfried for the reach on that one. Ball was loose. Halligan picked it up. Bargfried tipped it out of his hand, but he did come from the back, so I'm sure they probably thought, it's got to be a reach. Didn't know that it was, but that's the call. Gales have 2 fouls here. That's the second team foul. Bargfried's first. 2 fouls to none. Pocahontas doesn't have any. 8-2. Gales lead. Dreth got the ball on the outside, gives it up to Venezuela. Venezuela quickly to the top of the key to Gertis. Gertis gives it up to Wielander. Wielander back to Venezuela. Venezuela tries to get it inside. Intercepted by McElroy. Here he comes. Gets it ahead to Bargfried. Bargfried comes in. Easy layup. 10-0. We got a timeout called by Pocahontas. This is Gale basketball. You're listening to us here on Sunny 99.7, your FortDodge.com. And we're back to the action here. Gale Gymnasium is Gales lead 10-2. Pocahontas bringing the ball in, and the Gales looks like they're setting up full court press. A new look for them. They don't often do this, but boy, when they do it well. Okay, ball gets into Venezuela. Gales back up, and Venezuela brings the ball up the left-hand side. He's working against Koopman. Gets the ball over to Halligan. Halligan, far right side, right on the Gale logo. Pass, they try to get it, and they do. They get it to Dreth. He makes around the back, but pass was deflected on that one by Koopman. Back into the hands of Gertis. Gertis puts up a little jump shot. He misses. Bargfried gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Horn. Horn all the way across the court. Oh, quick give and go. It went to McElroy, who got it to Gallus, who was streaking down the lane, and he goes up from the left-hand side. 12-2. Gales lead. After going up 2-0, the Gales have outscored them 12-0 here. So Pocahontas has the ball. Halligan tries to dribble down to baseline. It's not there. Gives the ball back to Gertis. Gertis works down the lane. Outside to Dreth. Dreth gets it inside. Oh, a little nice move by Wielander. He can't make the layup as he got into the lane. Ball's on the ground. Koopman picks it up, and now he goes fast. Oh, quickly to Bargfried. Bargfried finds it open on the baseline. Pulls up, Takes it back outside. They set it back up. McElroy, he comes spitting down the lane. He goes in, and he's just beat up as he gets in, hit by 3 different people. Misses the layup, and everybody runs to pick him up after he hit the floor. They're going to call the foul on Halligan. It's his first foul, the first team foul. So McElroy's going to go to the line shooting 2. 4:50 remain here in the first quarter, and McElroy gets his first chance here to put some points on the board for the Gales. Gales up 12-2, been on a 12-0 run since the first 2 free throws. First shot is a little bit short as he hits it off the front of the rim. He's mad at himself. Don't be mad, Bill. Bill, Jack. Bill's his uncle. And if you're in England, Bob's your uncle. All right, second shot is up and good. Gales up 13-2. Here comes Geertis bringing the ball up to the left-hand side, right-hand side. He gets to the center, gives the ball over to Venezuela. Venezuela sets up the offense. He's sitting in the clover. Works down, left-hand side. They try a nice little give and go as Geertis tried to get ahead of the ball, but the pass was too fast and too in front of him. It goes out of bounds. Turnover. Here come the Gales. Maybe. Taking their time getting the ball in. Not the Gales. The ref. Substitution. Out goes Venezuela. In comes Xander Small. He's not real tall, folks. I mean, the name fits. So, Xander Small in the game right now. Bounce pass to the outside to Gallus. Gallus to the corner to Koopman. Three-pointer on the way. Good! He picks up where he left off last game. He nailed that 3. 16-2. 16-0 run here for the Gales. 4:23 in the first quarter. Oh, Wielander finds a path right down the middle. I don't know why he didn't take it to the hoop. He was going up against Horn. He tries to pass it underneath the Geertis. Geertis goes off his fingers and out of bounds. I do think that it was deflected by a Gale. It was. They say it was deflected by one of the Gales. I didn't see that, but that's okay. Dreth is going to bring the ball in here for the Indians. 27 on the shot clock. They get it to Geertis, top of the key. Down to Dreth. Dreth going to work the baseline. Not there. Back up to Geertis. Geertis working down the lane. Outside to Halligan. Halligan, three-pointer on the way. Long, no good. Rebound by McElroy. McElroy comes up quickly. Gets across the timeline. He's going to set up the offense. Bounce pass underneath the Bargfried as he came streaking in along the baseline. Just a nice little fadeaway off the backboard. It's good. 18-2. 3:50 here in the first quarter. Small has the ball at the top. Gives it to Halligan over the left-hand side. Back to Small on top. Bounce pass underneath the Geertis. He didn't like it. Tried to get it to Wielander. Intercepted by McElroy. Bargfried streaks through the lane. In for the layup. As Bargfried gets another 2. We got 6 points for Bargfried, 6 points for Horn, 3 points for Koopman, and 1 point for McElroy. Oh, and there we go. They finally break the habit there as Pocahontas goes all the way streaking down. Wielander puts in a nice, easy layup, and we are up 20-4. Gale basketball with a timeout call. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort & Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, Gale Gymnasium, a couple of substitutions. Logan Hansen and Ty Miracle are in. Bargfried and McElroy getting a little bit of a breather here. Gallus has the ball, left-hand side, gives it to Koopman on the right-hand side, back to Gallus on the left. Gallus looking to work the ball into Hansen, not there, get it to Horn. Horn working the baseline, all the way across court, down to the corner to Miracle on the right-hand side. Koopman up at the top of the key, all the way over to Gallus, Gallus working the left-hand side, comes back up towards center to Koopman, back to Gallus, left-hand side, to Horn. Horn driving in, baseline, little floating hook shot, no good. Hansen rebound, puts the shot up, and it's good. Gale's up, 22-4. Hansen gets his first 2 points of the game. 2:50 left here in the quarter. Gale's lead. Halligan, big three-pointer for the Indians, hits the backboard and nothing else. Horn got the rebound. He brings it up quickly. He comes down, baseline. What a layup. He comes in from outside the lane, puts it in from the right-hand side, 24-4. Gale's up by 20. Wielander works it down. He makes a nice spin move into the lane, puts up the shot, rebounded by Gallus. Here come the Gales. Gallus says we're going to set this one up. Gives it to Horn. Horn working the right-hand side. He comes in to the free throw line. Outside to Miracle. Miracle, three-pointer from the right-hand side. No good. Rebounded by Geerdes. Really wanted that one to drop for Ty. Ball now to Wielander. Wielander gives the ball to Dreth. Dreth works it back up to the top of the key. Gives it to Small. Small working the right-hand side. Gets it to Wielander. Breaks down in through the lane. Up against Koopman. Koopman deflects it a little bit. Miracle gets the rebound. Down court real quick. Here comes Horn into the lane. Another little shot. No good, but up he gets with the rebound. Puts it right back in for himself. 26-4. Gales up by 22. Pocahontas has a chance here to bring the ball across the court. Wielander looking to set some points on the board. Gives it to Small. Left-hand side. Oh, picked off the pass. Here comes Koopman all by himself. He goes in for the easy layup, and it's 28-4. Geerdes has the ball now for the Pocahontas Indians. He comes across the timeline. He wants to set up the offense. He's going up against Horn, gets into the lane, outside to Dreth. Dreth, three-pointer on the way. Off the rim, no good, but rebound to Halligan. Halligan drives baseline. They're going to get a block on Miracle on that one. Caught Miracle on his heels, and he ran right into him. That's going to be a block. That's going to be the second team foul on the Gales, the first foul for Halligan. They should be taking it out underneath their own basket. It was not on a shot. Yep, and they're going to take him out. So they're going to inbound the pass. We've got no subs. Everybody's still in for the Gales. Looked like a couple people went. They just had some movement on the bench. Pass coming in, gets stolen by Bargfried. I lied. Bargfried is in. He puts it down. Bargfried came in for Horn. He got the runaway, put it down. His first slam of the night. And now they have Venezuela with the ball right at the top of the key. 30-4, 26-point lead. Venezuela works to the left-hand side, guarded by Gallus. Tries to go into the lane, spin move, not there, and they're going to call travel. The ball's going to go out of bounds for the Gales. Pardon me, travel's going to be a turnover. Here come the Gales. 55 seconds left in the corner. We got something called here. I don't know what that was. Ref blew his whistle. AD talked to some people, and they're a little bit calmer now. All right. So Gales up 30-4. Inside pass. They try to get it to Hansen. It gets deflected out. Gallus picks it up. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 40 on the game clock. Bargfried has it at the free throw line. Back over to Koopman. Koopman on the line. Two-pointer on the way. Just barely on the line, but he did have his foot on there. So 2 points for Koopman. 32-4. Koopman now has 7 points. Venezuela brings the ball down. Left-hand side against Gallus. Brings it to center. Gives it to the top of the key now. New player in. That's going to be Isaiah Dolan in for the Indians. They get the ball to Geerdes. Geerdes tries to drive in. Loses the handle. Hansen picks it up. Gets it to Bargfried. As Bargfried's going to run the ball up across the timeline, set up the offense. Gives it to Koopman. Top of the key. He drives down the lane. Loses the handle. Picked up by Gallus. Shot is up. Good if it goes. Off the rim. No good. That takes us to the end of the first quarter. Gales lead 32-4. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
That Sound of the Game brought to you by Wheelchair Dynamics. With a full range of medical equipment and supplies, you'll find affordable quality solutions for all your home health care needs. Wheelchair Dynamics is located at 1406 A Street West in Fort Dodge, right next to Tom Thumb Restaurant. Here we are, second quarter play. The Gales up 32-4. Now, right for the Gales, we have all the starters back in. McElroy to Horn. That pass was a little hot as Horn couldn't handle it, went out of bounds. So, unforced turnover for the Gales. A little bit of a new look for the Gales there. Not something they've done yet in the game, and that's okay. So here come the Indians as Venezuela brings the ball up across the timeline, and he's going to come up against Koopman. Over to the right-hand side to Wieland. Wieland gets the ball at the top to Dreth. Dreth, three-pointer on the way. Back of the rim, no good. McElroy basket rebound, pardon me. He brings the ball down quickly. Over in the corner to Bargfried. Bargfried puts up a three. It's so good. That's going to be just switches it. 35-4. Gales now up by 31 here in the second quarter. 7:28 remains in the quarter. Venezuela has the ball top of the key. Drives to drive against Koopman. Koopman says not now. Gets inside, takes a nice little hop step, back out top now to Dolan. Dolan back outside to Venezuela, works baseline. He comes in, misses the layup. Koopman gets the rebound. Quick pass up to McElroy. McElroy finds Gallus underneath. Gallus goes ahead and sets the offense back up. Koopman gives it to Bargfried, top of the key. Over to McElroy, left-hand side. Bargfried, top of the key. Three-pointer on the way. Good! What a shot. He stepped right into that. 38-4. Gales up. 34 now. 6:54 remaining. Wielander has the ball, drives into the lane, not there to Dreth. Three-pointer on the way. It's good from the right-hand side. McElroy brings it down quickly as Bargfried just slipped past everybody. Got the ball to Horn, back out top. He didn't have a shot, so he got it all the way back out top. To Horn in the corner, bottom left. Tries to drive in, not there. Bargfried, three-pointer on the way. Good. That is 3 threes in a row. Gales up 41-7. 34-point lead back for the Gales just like that. Here comes Wielander. He puts up a long three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gallus, who tiptoes on the baseline, doesn't step out of bounds. And the Gales bring the ball up. Give it over to Koopman. Koopman fakes the three, drives into the lane, finds Gallus on the far side. Three-pointer on the way. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Horn. He spins around, puts the jumper in. Nice little jump hook. It's good. Gales up 43-7. Ball gets to Venezuela as Venezuela works the left-hand side. Sets up the offense for the Indians, who tries to go baseline against Bargfried. Not there. Throw to Dreth. Dreth comes inside. He's deflected by Horn, but he tries a quick outlet pass to Koopman that's intercepted by Venezuela. Bounce pass out to Wieland. Wieland puts in a nice little 5-foot jumper, and it goes 43-9. McElroy quickly brings the ball up. He is at the free throw line just like that to Bargfried, left-hand corner. Gives it to Horn. Horn from the left side of the free throw line. Swish. Just a nice, pretty jump shot there. 45-9. Gales up by 36 points. Venezuela has the ball. He works it over to the corner into Wielander. Wielander works left-hand side, comes into the lane against McElroy. Jump shot, no good. Rebound to Bargfried. Bargfried, Koopman, and Horn had an opportunity at that one. There was no black jerseys around. Don't know what that pass was. I think we were going for an alley-oop there, and they missed it from McElroy to Horn. Gallus gets an intercepted pass. It's bounced off a leg. He went right through three defenders in the lane. Puts up the basket. It's good. 47-9. Gales up by 38. That is another timeout here as the Gales. Well, we have Gale basketball here on Sunday 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. I think we just lost Brock back at the studio. We'll see if he pops back in. So in the meantime, I'm cruising at this solo. That's kind of scary, but that's what we're going to do. All righty, so here come after the timeout. Indians have the basketball. They're going to work at top of the key. That's going to be Halligan. Halligan gives it to Geertis. Geertis quickly gives to Venezuela. Three-pointer on the way, back of the rim. No good. Rebound there. Goes to Gallus. Gallus is going to come quickly up the court. And now we got Brock back. Welcome back, Brock. All right, thought I lost you there. Oh, they're going to call travel. They got it to Horn down in the bottom right. He took a step as he was going to come in baseline. So that's a travel. 47-9. Gales up by 38. Here with 4:30 remaining in the second quarter. Remember, at halftime, folks, the Loftusweiler halftime show, we'll take a look at first half statistics. We'll have an interview with Coach C.J. Tracy from the girls' victory tonight as the Gales extend their winning streak now, I think, to 5 or 6. And we'll find out for sure what their placement is here in postseason play. They get the ball to Wielander. He comes in on the baseline. No good on the shot, but he is going to be fouled. I think they're going to call Hansen on that one as he was coming in from behind. Probably got him with the body. No, they give that one to Miracle. So Miracle gets called for the foul. That's going to be, I believe, his first foul. Nope, his second foul. And that's going to be the Gales' first foul for the quarter and the first foul for the quarter, period. So Wielander going to go to the line shooting 2. He's a 66.2% shooter. First shot is off the rim. No good. Got substitution coming in. Koopman coming in. Horn going out. McElroy coming in. Bargfried out. We have Hansen in. Miracle in. And Calvert's in. All right, folks. So we got 3 players off the bench right now as they're getting some playing time and some good playing time. Second free throw is up, and that one is good. 47-10. Gales lead by 37. Miracle has the ball, bottom left-hand side. He gets it back up top to McElroy, comes into the lane. They're going to call travel. He did walk a little before he went in. Got a little excited. I can't blame him. That lane opened up for him, and he thought for sure he was going to get an easy bucket. I do not blame him at all. All right, so Pocahontas is going to inbound the ball. Looks like the Gales are setting up for full court press on this one. They are. As they try to get the ball in, they get it to Venezuela. Venezuela gets the ball, so the Gales back off. They come down. He's going to be met at the key by Koopman. They bounce pass up top to Halligan. Halligan gets the ball over to Geerdes. Geerdes working in toward the back. I don't know what they're going to call. I think they're going to call a reach on that one, so foul on the ground. That one's going to be on Koopman. So they give him a push. All right, so now to reach a push. 3:55 remains here in the second quarter as the Gales lead 47-10. Inbound pass. Gets to Wielander. Wielander comes down to the free throw line. He passes back out top to Dolan. Dolan gets it to Halligan. Back down in the corner to Dolan. Dolan gets the ball to Venezuela. Venezuela works in from the left-hand side. Jumps into the lane. Gets up a shot. Not there. But they're going to call a foul on Miracle on that one. Don't know that I agree with that one. That was pretty much tic-tacky. But doesn't matter. Whelan's going to go to the line. He's shooting. Nope, pardon me. Venezuela's going to the line. He's shooting 2. That's Miracle's third foul. Third team foul this quarter. First shot is up and good, 47-11. Out goes Miracle, in comes Gallus. As we've got Gallus, Koopman, Hansen, Calvert, and McElroy for the Gales right now. Venezuela lines up the second shot. It's on the way, and it's good. 47-12, 35-point lead, 3:40 remains in the half. Ball gets to McElroy, right-hand side. Bounce pass into Logan. Hansen in the lane, back out to McElroy. They give it to Gallus, top of the key. Over to Hansen, right-hand side. Koopman gets it center to McElroy. Top of the key, Calvert. Back over to Koopman. Koopman bounce passes into Hansen. Hansen, they call a foul on that one. So before the shot, McElroy drained a 3, but it's not there. So on the pass, they call a foul, and that's going to be out of bounds. I'm not sure who they called that one on. They called that one on Dolan. So Dolan picks up his first foul, the first team foul for the Indians here. Gales are going to bring the ball in underneath their own basket. Resets the shot clock. 3:17 remaining. Quick pass in to Hansen. He gets out top to Calvert. Calvert to Gallus on the bottom left. To Koopman, top of the key. He bounce passes into Hansen. Hansen, tries to break it in. It gets stripped on him that time, and they give the ball. They call travel. Dolan stripped the ball from him. Guy tried to get it up court quickly to Halligan. Halligan kind of got ahead of himself, and he did travel. Otherwise, I think McElroy probably was going to strip the ball from him anyway. So Gales get the ball. Turnover. 47-12 lead. 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. McElroy driving in. Takes the shot from the free throw line. It's up and good as McElroy puts in another 2 points. He's got 3 on the evening. Wielander quickly moves down, goes underneath for a reverse layup. He makes that one, 49-14. Gales lead by 35. McElroy comes over to the right-hand side. Left open, he takes a shot, bounces in and out of the rim. Rebound a little bit contested, and it's going to go off of Hansen, they say, so it's going to be Pocahontas' ball. 2:33 left. We got a substitution. In is coming Dreth. He's coming back in, and out goes Dolan. So that's for the Indians. So we've got Dreth, we've got Venezuela, we've got Wielander, Geerdes, and Halligan playing for the Indians. While for the Gales, we have Calvert, McElroy, Hansen, Gallus, and Koopman. Dreth has the ball, top of the key. He's guarded hard. He's stripped, and they're going to call a foul on McElroy. They're going to say McElroy got him on the arm. 2:21 left. That's going to be McElroy's first foul. That's going to be the fourth team foul. Not shooting on that one, so it's going to go out of bounds, but it does reset the shot clock. All right, we got a timeout called, folks. We're going to go ahead and go back to studio. This is Gale Basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. And we're back live here at Gale Gymnasium as the Gales lead 49-11, or 49-14, 35-point lead. The Wielander has the ball, gets it, kick it out to Dreth. Dreth to Halligan, three-pointer on the way, off the rim, flat shot. Rebound goes to Geertis, as he turns around, Wielander, he puts up the shot. Inbound pass. They're going to say it was just thrown out of bounds and tipped out of bounds. So inbound pass lost by the Gales. And it's going to be Pocahontas ball. Pocahontas now. 49-16, Gale lead. 33-point lead. Not 100% what happened on that inbound pass. Maybe miscommunication, maybe misdirection, who knows. But the Indians get it underneath their own basket. Bounce pass into Wieland. He's right underneath the basket. He puts it up and good. Ball gets in this time to McElroy. He's going to set up the offense. Comes down the right-hand side. He drives into the lane, quickly finds Horn underneath. Horn, easy layup from the right-hand side. It's up and good as Horn has 16. Pocahontas brings the ball down quickly as they get across the timeline. Wielander gives it to Venezuela, top of the key. Venezuela looking to get it inside, not there. They give it to Geertis. Three-pointer on the way. Around the rim, no good. Koopman with the rebound. Koopman gets it to Bargfried. Bargfried finds an opening in the lane but doesn't take it. Gives it to McElroy. Three-pointer on the way from the right-hand side. Off the rim, no good, but rebound tipped up by Horn. He misses it, and they're going to call travel. Miracle didn't have control and tried to get the ball out, and he did take a couple of steps. So that shot that missed, a three-pointer, Horn came up and just tried to tip it in. Would have been really sweet if it went. It just didn't fall. 51-18. Gales up by 33 with a minute and a half remaining here in the half. Ball in the hands of Wielander. He comes down the right-hand side. He gets Hunter off his feet and waits for him to come back down before he puts in the layup. Wielander making about all the points over there. He's got 13 now for Pocahontas. Bargfried has the ball, makes a little move off the top of the key, finds an opening, dribbles all the way down, and from the left-hand side puts the layup in, 53-20. Gales go back up, 33 points. Venezuela brings the ball across the clover. Looks to go on the right-hand side. Dribbling, comes down into the lane, passes it back out to Wielander. Wielander, three-pointer on the way. He hits it. That's 16 points now for Wielander. They get the ball to Horn. Quickly down, he's coming into the lane from about the free throw line, puts up the shot, misses, but he's going to go to the line shooting too. So he's fouled on the shot. Horn now sitting at 16 points. Bargfried sitting at 19. 36 seconds remain in the half. Again, remember, halftime show brought to you by Loftusweilers, where we will interview Coach Tracy of the girls team and give you stats from the boys game for the half. First shot for Horn is up and good. 54-23, 31-point lead. McElroy comes out. Gallus is in. So in for the Gales right now, we have Koopman, we have Bargfried, Horn, Miracle, and Gallus. Koopman takes a couple of dribbles as he sets up for his free throw. Shot is on its way, and it's good. That one hit back of the rim, front of the rim, and in. Wielander has the ball, bringing it up for the Indians, passes it off to Venezuela. Venezuela works it across the clover. Gets it over to Halligan, right-hand side. Halligan comes up top of center. Picked up by Bargfried. Picks up his dribble. They get it to Venezuela. Venezuela has it. 18 on the shot clock. Venezuela working left-hand side. Tries to come into the lane. He's met by Koopman. They're going to call a foul on Koopman. They're going to count the basket. Venezuela drove in, drew the foul, so he's going to get the and one. 55-25. Gales up by 30 as Venezuela's going to shoot his first free throw of the night. He is a 58.6% free throw shooter. 14 seconds remain here in the half. Shot is up and good. Gales up by 29, 55-26. Definitely looking for last shot here. They get the ball to Horn. Horn's going to come baseline. He drives in around everybody. Off the backboard, no good, but gets his rebound, puts it up and good. And one. Nope, they say it was on the first shot. Okay, so they didn't get the rebound. Count the rebound. They're going to say he gets 2 shots here. Foul's called on Dreth. So Horn's shooting 2. Horn's sitting at 19 points right now. First shot on the way. No good off the front of the rim. 6 seconds remain in the quarter. 55-26. Gales up by 29. Makes the free throw go into the half at 30. Nice, comfortable lead. 29 is not nice, not uncomfortable lead. I would take that too. Lines up the second shot. This one's on its way and good. So Gales do have a 30-point lead. 6 seconds remain here in the half. Venezuela inbounds the ball. Gets it to Girdes. Girdes, quick pass over to Dreth. Dreth, 3-pointer on the way. Good if it goes. Misses it completely. That's going to take us to the half. So at the half, Gales lead 56-36. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Loftusweiler Halftime Show. We'll take a look at first half statistics and have our interview with Coach CJ Tracy here. Loftusweiler offering professional guidance with personal and specialized attention before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Their reputation for honesty and integrity is very well known, and it's their most valuable asset. Joining us now, Coach Tracy. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was, one of the most fun basketball games I've been a part of.
I was telling people, beginning of the game, we talked about it. Statistically, you guys were incredibly evenly matched. I said this is going to be probably the most competitive game so far, and it did. I think it was just fun to watch, but man, you got my blood pressure.
I know there were some moments my blood pressure went up as well, but you know what? I love this group of girls. They're just an amazing group. They find a way. They work together. They love each other. I can't say enough about them and the desire and the heart that they have. We struggled in the third quarter, but we came out there in the fourth and outscored them 20-6 to come away with this thing. So I couldn't ask for anything more out of this group.
No, it was just incredible. Now let's talk about elephant in the room. What's postseason?
We get 2 home games. First round will be Collins, Maxwell. We win that. More than likely, it's going to be Baxter. You win that one, then we get to take a trip up for Garrigan.
So the Cedar Rapids Gazette was off. They had you down Southwest.
They were off, and in all honesty, it is what it is. We gotta, typically we go through Garrigan or Newell at some point. But I felt like, I'm not saying our record is better because there's teams that have some better records, but I like the competition that we play. I just feel like we could have been put someplace else, but it is what it is. They toss the ball up. Everybody's got to play 32 minutes, and I feel like we can do that, and we can battle.
Yeah, well, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. So you'd rather meet them at state, though.
Well, I was kind of hoping, I was assuming that we were going to be in the same bracket as either Newell or Garrigan. And so I assumed that they would put us on opposite ends, which would be a great sub-state matchup. But, obviously the committee didn't see it that way. So we'll take what we're given and, go out and give it our darndest. I feel like we can compete with Garrigan. I feel like we can beat Garrigan. We proved at game 1 of the year that we can hang with them. And we are much, much better now. I mean, obviously they're going to be too, but I feel like we are much, much better now than we were then. So, I'm kind of excited to see how the postseason goes when it gets here. That's a week away. We got Clear Lake coming to town tomorrow, so we'll see if we can knock them out of first place in the conference.
All righty. Well, I got to say though, so back to tonight's game, you got Eden with a double-double. And we had 19 rebounds for her, and 10 points. But player of the game went to Sophia Schlins. And coming in, I know she's been battling illness this week and kind of not playing at the top of her game. But, man, in the fourth quarter, when it was important for you guys to get a lead, she hit the threes.
9 straight points.
Yes.
The other night it was Eden 14 to start the fourth. Tonight it was Sophia 9 straight. That's the epitome of this group. It could be Eden one night, could be Sophia the next night, could be Abby one night, could be Chloe. Anna was hitting her layups tonight, and she hit a jumper. That's the beauty of this team, is that we don't have just 1 or 2 people. We've got 5, 6, 7. I mean, Liv Andrews was huge.
Yeah.
First quarter, Eden fell down, banged her knee pretty good. Obviously she eventually came back in. But Liv came in and did a phenomenal job in the first quarter. So, I mean, that's what's great about this group, is that we don't have to count on 1 or 2 people. We got a handful of them that can do it.
I did say during the third quarter when Eden went out with her 4th foul that was the difference in the third quarter. It allowed them to basically leave the center open and guard the outside and really press hard. And when Eden came back in the fourth quarter, that's all there was. Is they had to be honest again, and that's when you got the opportunities.
Well, and I tried making some adjustments. I put Chloe in bad positions in the press break, or when they were pressing us. So that's my fault as a coach. And I know she struggled a little bit tonight. She did phenomenal down the stretch. There were some points in the third quarter. I put her in bad positions, so that one's on me. I'll fix it. And it is what it is. I have to learn as well how what is best for these girls and what can make us click, so that we can make as deep a run in the postseason as we want. So, we'll figure it out. We'll get back after it tomorrow. The good thing is, tonight with this win, I think we're in a great position. I think we're, pretty much locked into finishing third in the conference, which is phenomenal for a 1A school in a 3A and 4A conference. So
yeah,
all the kudos goes out to these girls that wear the uniforms and put the effort in.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Coach. Really appreciate you. We'll talk to you tomorrow before the game.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a good night. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you. You too.
Really appreciate it. All right. That was Coach CJ Tracy here with us, talking basketball and postseason stuff, and, of course, a little bit about the game itself. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a little break here. This is Gale Basketball. I'm Sunny 99.7, YourFortDodge.com.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Welcome back, Gale fans, to the second half here of the boys' game as they are currently up 56-26. So let's go through some real quick stats because they're ready to start the second half here. Point-wise, Horn and Bargfried both have 19 points. Horn has 4 rebounds. Gallus has 6 points, 4 rebounds. Koopman has 7 points, 4 rebounds. McElroy has 3 points and 8 assists so far. So really, we're looking at some incredible stats for this team. For the Pocahontas Indians, we really only have to talk about Carson Wielander. He's got 16 points and 1 rebound. They have exactly 3 rebounds on the night. So Gales are kind of doing what they want to do as they control the game and lead by 30. 56-26. Pocahontas has the ball to start the game. They got it to Halligan, or to start the half. Halligan has it. He's at the free throw line, gives it over to Geerdes. Geerdes working the right-hand side up top to Venezuela. Venezuela going up against Koopman, looking to drive inside, bounce pass outside to Halligan. Halligan, bottom right corner, three-pointer on the way, misses it. Horn gets his 5th rebound. Pardon me. Here comes McElroy. Assist into Koopman if he puts it up and in. Oh, just missed it, so he doesn't get the assist. That would have been assist number 8. But here comes Venezuela for the Indians. He couple spin moves, hits into Gallus, outside to Halligan. Three-pointer on the way, and it's good as he stepped right into that shot. Quick down to Horn. Horn comes in. Nobody there to guard him as he just came streaking down the right-hand side. It's up and good, 58-29. Gales lead by 29 points. Completely doubled up here on the Pocahontas Indians. Venezuela has the ball, top of the key, guarded by McElroy. Gets it over to Dreth. Dreth gets it down inside to Geerdes. Geerdes works in towards the lane, not there. Back up top to Venezuela. Venezuela comes to the free throw line. Jump shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Koopman. Here comes Koopman, brings the ball down to Gallus. Gallus right-hand side, left-hand side, pardon me, he just goes right into. Nobody guarding him as he just went baseline straight in. Couple of Pocahontas players looking at him like, I thought you had him. 60-29, up by 31 now. Breaking it right down the middle is Wielander as he goes down the middle. He's going to get fouled. I'm not sure they're going to call it on. They call on McElroy. So Wielander's going to go to the line shooting 2. Wielander again with 16 points currently. Is about the one high point here for the Indians as he puts up the free throw, and it's good. We talked earlier, Wielander, a 66% free throw shooter. He has made one of one tonight. Or 2. He's 2 of 2, pardon me. So here he goes for his second shot. It's on the way, and it's off and no good. Bargfried gets the ball. Gales up by 30, 60-30. McElroy has it quickly, gets it to Hunter. Hunter moves into the lane. Little floating jump hook, no good. Rebounded by Koopman. Koopman to Gallus, up top to McElroy. McElroy comes into the lane outside to Gallus. Gallus down the bottom left, brings it back up top. He inbound, bounces inside to Horn. Horn puts it down. He's in the paint. Gets it out to Gallus to Bargfried. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Doesn't hit anything. Inbound. Going to get, nice save by Gallus. But, and then he stripped it. But Venezuela got the rebound, and Gallus just came up right behind him. Gallus goes in for the layup. Misses it, but he is smacked on that one by Venezuela. So he's going to go to the line shooting 2. Venezuela's going to pick up his first foul. Gales first. That's going to be the first team foul on the Indians. Gales have 1. They have 1. But Gallus is going to go to the line shooting 2. Gallus shooting 76.5%. Nails the first one as the Gales are now up 61-30. I think the scorekeeper watched that one as soon as it left his hand and gave him the point. You just knew it was going in. When there's certain shots, that you watch, you just say, that's in, as was that one. 62-30. Inbound gets to Halligan. Halligan back to Venezuela. He's coming right up the center. Goes across the logo and is picked up by Koopman. Gets it to the top of the key to Dreth, pardon me. Dreth moves down the right-hand side. Long 3 by Halligan. In and out. Ball is rebounded by Koopman. And Koopman kind of almost pickpocketed by Geerdes there, but they get it up there. Now, Horn has it, and he's coming in left-hand side. Oh, nice spin move, and they're going to say basket's good as he made a nice move on that one. Halligan wasn't even sure what he did, but they're going to call that. Maybe not on Halligan. Maybe they're going to call that. Yeah, they're calling that on Geerdes. So Halligan thought it might have been on him, but it wasn't. It was on Geerdes on the arm. So Horn made the basket for 24 points. He's going to go to the line shooting another one. Remember that Horn, 74% free throw shooter. This one, 64-30. We're 1 point away from continuous clock now. And it's good. All right, so it should be continuous clock for the Gales until they get within that 35 again. Inbound pass is loose on the ground. Halligan gets it. Does manage to get it to Venezuela. Back to Wielander. Wielander coming down the lane. He was hooked and hacked and smacked and I don't know. That was Bargfried just basically grabbed him. So Wielander could have been on the. Yeah, they're calling it while he was shooting. I think he was still making. I don't know. Doesn't matter. He's going to line shooting too. Wielander pretty much auto from the line here tonight. First shot is up and good. So back down to 34-point lead. So continuous clock is gone. And Wielander's going to shoot the second free throw here. It's up and good. 65-32. Gales up by 33. Give it to McElroy. Very quickly brings it down. He drives into the lane, finds Hunter underneath all by himself. Nice view on that one. Hunter came baseline, put it up and in. 67-32. Gales back up by 35. Venezuela works into the lane. Gives it to Wielander, top of the key. Over to Gerdes. Back to Venezuela. Baseline. He comes in. Jump shot. No good. Bounces out to Halligan. Three-pointer on the way. Off the rim. Long rebound. Koopman gets it. And here come the Gales. They get it down to Bargfried. Bargfried to Horn. Horn is in the lane as he puts it up and in. Horn now has 27 points on the 29 points on the light. And we have timeout called, ladies and gentlemen. With the timeout, we're going to go back to studio. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. Inbound now to Wielander as the Pocahontas Indians look to get back within that 35-point range. They get it outside now to Venezuela. Venezuela, little top step, doesn't take the shot. Wielander drives inside. He's going to be fouled by Bargfried. He was going in for a shot. Bargfried doesn't know what he could have done different, but they call it on the arm. He's going to go to the line. Wielander shooting two. That's going to be Bargfried's third foul. That's going to be the third team foul. I think Wielander's figured out if he takes it into the middle and into him, he'll probably get the foul and get to go to the line and make a lot of points because his free throw is good. 69-33. Gales up by 36. Bargfried out, Miracle in. And Wielander shooting the second of two. 4:47 here in the third quarter is up, and it's good. 35-point lead here for the Gales as they look to inbound. They're going to get the ball. Yep, here comes McElroy. Quickly gets it to Gallus on the right-hand side. Down the corner to Horn. Horn gets it up top to McElroy. McElroy looking to set the offense up. Gives it to Gallus, left-hand side. Gallus brings it to center. Down in the corner to Miracle. Three-pointer on the way. Off the rim, no good. Horn with the rebound. Spins around, puts up the shot. He misses. Koopman gets the rebound. Bounces out to McElroy. McElroy drives baseline. Nothing there. He's got to find an outlet, and he does with Miracle in the lane. Miracle gets it back out to McElroy. 25 on the shot clock. They got plenty of time. Gallus, left-hand corners up. Off the rim, no good. Gerdes gets the rebound. Here come the Indians. They get it to Wielander. Wielander quickly coming down the lane. He goes inside, puts in the layup. Very fast. Wielander just making great transition plays here. He's got 21 points on the night. We got a timeout called now. Let's going to go back to studio. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. Gales have the ball coming out of timeout. McElroy gives to Miracle. Down in the corner to Koopman, left-hand side. Back to Miracle to McElroy. McElroy back to Miracle, left-hand side. He dribbles. Tries to penetrate. Not there. To Koopman in the corner. Back to Miracle. Three-pointer on the way. Ooh, in and out as the ball is bounced around. Now Halligan gets the rebound. He gets it over to Geertis. Geertis back to Halligan. Halligan drives into the lane. Loses the ball. McElroy steals it. Bounce pass over to Miracle. I think he wanted Miracle to get points on that one. Miracle a little out in front of him, so he couldn't get it. 3-point bounce inside. Here comes Horn. Baseline as he comes. A reversal layup. It's up and good. Gales up 71-36. 35-point lead. Here comes Wielander with the ball. Top of the key. Over to Venezuela. Bounce pass. Corner to Geertis. Back to Venezuela. 3-pointer on the way. He sinks that one. 71-39. Get the ball to McElroy, who's going to come across the timeline quickly. Sets up the offense. Koopman, top of the key. Left-hand side, Miracle. Miracle back to Koopman. Far left, he gets a baseline. Back up top to Miracle, over to McElroy. McElroy drives right into the lane, through everybody. Nice little floater, is up and good. 73-39, 34-point lead. Wielander brings the ball across again for the Indians. He gets it down in the corner on the right-hand side to Geertis. Geertis spin move against Horn, gets into the lane. Nothing there. Nice bounce pass as he ends up getting it. Oh, nice play on that one. Got it to Small. Small made a nice little reversal layup, and it goes in. 73-41. Gales have the ball quickly down. We got to travel on that one. Horn got the ball in the corner and tried to go in baseline, but he traveled. So that's a turnover. 73-41. Continue, so maybe it's 30 points. Clock is going, so there's a 30-point difference, I guess, at the half. One of these days, I'm going to learn these rules of this game, and I'll be able to call a much better game that way. All right, so Wielander has the ball as he comes across the timeline, picked up by McElroy. Gives it to Small on the right-hand side, back up top to Venezuela. Venezuela to Geertis. Geertis tries to work into the lane, not there. Little give and go to Dolan. Dolan runs right into a couple of Gales, and he travels. That's a turnover. Gales get the ball here. 73-41. 32-point lead. Koopman drives baseline. He was down there quickly. Passes out to Horn. 3-pointer on the way. In and out. No good. Ball's tipped around. Geertis gets it for the Indians. And he comes up, but he's stripped by Horn. Horn comes down. He's in the lane all by himself. Up and good. Gales up 75-41. Horn now has 33 on the night. Inbound pass picked off by Koopman. Koopman gives it to McElroy. McElroy finds Miracle. Driving the lane. Gets collapsed on. Now he's in the corner. 3-pointer Miracle on the way. No good. They really want him to score. Everybody is getting him the ball. All right, they give the ball here. Rebounded by the Indians. Venezuela brings the ball across the timeline. 51 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Wielander has it. He's coming into the lane. Passes it outside to, Venezuela. Nice move. But nice move on that one. He came baseline, broke through, and then Koopman just stripped the ball out of his hand as he was going up. That guy's a nice little strip on that one. And then it goes out of bounds off of Pocahontas. Gales have the ball. 75-41, 34-point lead, 28 seconds here in the third quarter as McElroy brings it up. No shot clock. They can go for last possession in the third quarter. McElroy taking his time as Wielander's guarding him. Makes a nice move and gets Wielander to back way off. McElroy comes down. He breaks into the lane from the left-hand side. He goes up for the layup, 77-41. McElroy now has 7 points on the night. Venezuela brings the ball across half court. 1.8 seconds, 3-second shot. It's up and it's good. No, pardon me, up and if it's good. If it goes, it doesn't go. Gales go into the quarter, 77-41. This is Gale basketball here on Sunday 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
And we're back here. That final sound of the game brought to you by Wheelchair Dynamics. With a full range of medical equipment and supplies, you'll find affordable quality solutions for all your home health care needs. Wheelchair Dynamics is located at 1406 A Street West in Fort Dodge, right next to Tom Thumb Restaurant. Couple of possessions here as the Gales had it first. Couple of chances, didn't get it to sink. Pocahontas came down with the ball, one shot and out, and they missed. Now the Gales have it. So McElroy has the ball, left-hand side. He drives into the lane, bounces it outside to Bargfried. Bargfried working the left-hand corner, gets it to Koopman. Koopman all the way across court to McElroy. Three-pointer on the way. Ooh, no good, just off the rim. Rebounded by Koopman. He puts it up and one as he's going to go to the line. 79-41, 38-point lead here. And Koopman's going to go to the line shooting free throw. He's going to get a chance for the old-fashioned three-pointer. He's a 68.8% free throw shooter. And he's going to go to the line. Gales have just Bargfried on the line for him with one shot. Is it going to go up? And good. All righty. 80-41. Gales up by 39 now. Wielander brings the ball across the timeline. He quickly gets down underneath. He stops right outside the lane, puts up a jumper off the backboard. Good. 80-43. 80-41. Do they have the points? Yeah. Okay. 80-41. Bargfried tries to feed the ball inside to Koopman. It is intercepted by Dolan, who got the ball to Dreth. Dreth comes down real quick on the right-hand side, gets it over the corner to Dolan. Bottom corner to Halligan. Halligan on the far left side. He brings it back up top. He gets it to Small. Small tries to move it around, gives it to Wielander, top of the key. Wielander from the little left to center, puts up a three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound by Gallus. Here come the Gales. Yeah, that was 43. They just took a while putting it on. Right now, Coach has got the whole bench coming in here. You're going to have a line change first opportunity as they're lining up a whole bunch of the new players coming in. They get the ball to Horn on the inside. It's intercepted. They get it to Dolan. Long pass out to Halligan. Intercepted by Koopman as he brings it back down. Bargfried has it. He goes baseline. Not quite there. Gets it back up top to Horn. Over to McElroy. McElroy on the right-hand side. Nice bounce pass inside to Horn. And that's going to be a foul on the ground. He wanted to say he was shooting. I don't think he was. It's going to be on. Yep, that pass is going to be on Small, that foul. And basically we're going to have a line change here. Out go all the starters, and in for the Gales comes Miracle, Een, Hansen, Loffesweiler, and Calvert. So hold down the bench come the rest of the players for the Gales. They're 80-43, 27-point lead. We got a timeout called. So with the timeout, we'll go ahead and go. We're going to leave it here. I lied. I was going to go back to studio, and I chose not to. We want to say thank you to some of our sponsors like Sports Page Bar and Grill. Bring out the entire family to enjoy your favorite teams. They have 44, count them, 4 flat screen TVs. You can enjoy your favorite meal and drink while you enjoy the game at Sports Page Bar and Grill in Fort Dodge. Thank you, Sports Page, for your continued support. How about Fort Frenzy and Godfathers? It is all fun and games at Fort Frenzy, complete with attractions, a pizza buffet, an arcade, and there's something for all members of that family. They're located on 5th Avenue South in Fort Dodge. I don't know about you, but I do love me some taco pizza. And they've got some of the best stuff in town there. Godfather's Taco Pizza. Go, play some, have some fun. Play a little laser tag. Play a little skee ball. Eat some pizza. Fort Frenzy, thank you very much for your sponsorship. And Kemna Auto of Fort Dodge. Test drive one of their all-new electric vehicles at Kemna Auto of Fort Dodge. 10 South 25th Street, driven to serve. Powered by you. Thank you to those sponsors for helping put on our broadcast tonight. Gales have the ball inbound. They get it to Calvert. Calvert working the left-hand side. Top of the key to Loffesweiler. Loffesweiler, Een on the left-hand side. Gets it back to Miracle. Back to Een. Een works it to the free throw line. Gets it over to Calvert. Calvert drives into the lane. He goes in for the layup. It is blocked partially and gets a turnover. They got it to Small. Small gets the ball over to Dreth. Dreth, three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebounded by Halligan. His shot is just kind of a wild shot up top. They get the ball to Wielander. He got it back to Dreth. Dreth is in the lane. Back out top now. Gets to Dolan. Dolan puts up a three-pointer. It's good. 80-43. 34-point lead here for the Gales. 5:20 remains in the game as Miracle brings the ball across. Gives it to Hansen. Hansen has it left side, top of the key. Back to Loffesweiler. Loffesweiler, Miracle. Miracle, three-pointer on the way. Off the back of the rim. No good. Wielander gets the rebound. He's coming quickly up against Miracle. Nice move, but he doesn't get it, but he does get a foul. So Wielander's going to go to the line. I don't know who they're going to call the foul on because he waited along and 3 Gales got down there, and they end up calling it on Loffesweiler. So Loffensweiler picks up his first foul. That's the first foul of the quarter for the Gales, and Wielander's going to go to the line shooting another 2. Wielander currently with 25 points, gets to add a couple more to it because he's pretty much automatic from the free throw line as the first one is up and good. Got some substitutions coming in. Out goes Dolan. Back in comes Venezuela. Wieland sets up for his second shot. Couple of dribbles. It's up and good. 80-48. 32-point lead here for the Gales. Looks like we had substitution coming in. Not sure who went out. Wielander out for the game. It looks like they're going to finally set him down as more of the bench is starting to come in for Pocahontas. Miracle works it towards the lane. Not there. Going up against Geerdes. He gets it up top to Calvert. Calvert back over to Miracle. Right-hand side. He comes up. Three-pointer on the way. Finally nails it. There it is. That's the three-pointer he's been looking for. 83-48. Gales up now by 35. Venezuela has the ball right-hand side going against Hansen. Picked up by Ian. He works it over the corner. In the corner now, shot put up. Long three-pointer. Nothing but nothing. Najola Dolan misses it. Rebounded by Hansen, who gets it to Miracle. Miracle brings the ball down into the lane. Passes it up top to Calvert. Three-pointer on the way. Good as he nails it from the top of the key. 86-48. Now up by a lot. 38 points. Okay. Venezuela setting the offense up. He puts a three-pointer up for the Indians. Long rebound goes to Hansen. They get it to Miracle to bring the ball up and set up the offense. 4 minutes remaining in the game here. Miracle has the ball, gets it over to the right-hand side to Ian. Down the corner to Loffensweiler, gets it inside to Hansen. Hansen in the lane. He goes up, reverse layup, misses it. Ball is rebounded by Dreth for the Indians, and he comes quickly up tempo, right up to the top of the key. They give it to Venezuela. He's going to start the offense. They get it inside pass to Halligan. Stripped on that one by Miracle, who just kind of said, no, I'll take that pass, thank you. He comes down. He drives into the lane, comes inside. He's going to be fouled hard on that one. He goes to the ground. Shot goes some other way. Venezuela picks up the foul, and Miracle's going to go to the line, shooting free throws. Not going to say anything, folks. Don't want to jinx it. Venezuela gets his second foul. That's the third team foul on the Indians here. Fourth quarter, 3:31. Remember, we're going to have our Daniel Tyer post-game show and our sports page player of the game. First shot is up and good by Mr. Miracle. Coach talked to us before the game and spoke about Miracle and the job he's been doing this year and how much he's improved and how much more playing time and how important he's been to this part of the game. Second shot is up and good. The thing I wasn't going to tell you is Miracle is a 100% free throw shooter. He has now hit every free throw he's had from the varsity line this year. All right, Halligan has the ball, tries to get into the lane. He doesn't get there. Gets the ball to Dolan, outside to Dreth. Three-pointer on the way. That one goes in. Kissed it off the backboard and gets it in. Inbound to Calvert, back to Miracle. Miracle's going to 3 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the quarter, and he's across the timeline. Gets it to Loffensweiler. Loffensweiler, left-hand side. Tries to get it inside to Halligan, to Hansen. It's tipped out of bounds. Coach giving him a little advice on those passes. Maybe don't lead them, don't broadcast it. That's okay. It was a good pass, good try, good idea. All right, line change now for the Indians as in come some new players. I'm going to try and get their names. We got Adam Wirtz in. We have got Jesse Lee. We have Bodie Madsen and Johnny Ordonez. And who's the last one there? Ryan Hosworth. Remember Hosworth from the girls' game. They had one of the Hosworths playing for the girls, too. All right. Gales have the ball underneath. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Pass comes inbound pass to Ian. He passes it to, nice three-point attempt by Miracle. A little bit long. Rebound tipped out of bounds by the Indians. So Gales get a new shot clock, 35 seconds, 2:15 in the game. They get the ball inside now to Ian. Ian hook shot, no good, but he's fouled, so he's going to go to the line. He was pushed on that one by Ryan Hosworth. So Ryan's going to pick up his foul. That's going to be the fourth team foul, and Ian goes to the line shooting free throws. Ian this year is shooting 50% from the line, so half of everything he's shot so far has made it. That's 50%. See how I do that math in my head? I'm a wunderkind when it comes to numbers. First shot by Thomas is up and good. Way to go, nephew. Oh, mine. I do like calling his name. I can't lie. There's a little familial pride coming on that one. Not that I had anything to do with it, because there's absolutely none of my family blood in him. Second shot is up and good. But I like to think, I had a lot of influence on his life growing up. Okay, ball comes across the line. Here come the Indians. Working down the right-hand side, that's going to be Madsen. Madsen gets the ball over, hands it off to Lee. Lost, stolen by Calvert, goes down coast to coast. Oh, nice move. He almost traveled. He lost it. He's on the ground. I think he's not hurt. Okay. He came down, tried to stop too quick, almost traveled, managed to get the ball back to Miracle. And it was really heads-up basketball to know you're going to travel if you don't do. I don't know how he stopped. But he got it to Miracle. Miracle went for the layup. He missed the layup. He's fouled. So Miracles goes to the line shooting 2. First shot is up and good. 91-51. Minute 52 remaining. Kind of makes you wonder at this point in time, can the Gales put up a century? Can they get the 3 digits? Right now, everybody else for the bench from Gales are coming in. And there's another one made. Miracle still shooting 100% on the season as he puts up the second shot. 92-51. Gales have team substitution. So, still in now we have Calvert, but we also have now in is Moore. We have Bacon, Royster, and Kenobi. Kenobi's in. All right. Obi-Wan. Here we go. Bringing the ball up now is Madsen for the Indians. Working against Madsen. Or not Madsen, pardon me. Working up there. He tried to get on the inside. He was working against Moore. Rebound Gales. Here comes Calvert. Left-hand side. Baker. He's got it. Left-hand side. Everybody wanted him to shoot. They give it to Royster. Royster drives into the lane. Bounce pass right to the Indians. That's going to be in the hands of Adam Wirtz. Wirtz is going to bring the ball across the half court. He's going to, nope, he picks it up. Gives it over to Lee. Three-pointer on the way. He misses. Long rebound. It's on the ground. Who's going to get it? It's going to be out on, I want to say Baker. Jameson touched that one. It rolled out of bounds. So, minute 14, 92-51. Inbound here, coming for the Indians. Madsen setting up the offense. Gets it over to Lee. Lee down in the corner now. Back up top. Bounce pass inside. Oh, and the handle was lost on that one. Hosworth gave it up, but goes loose and gets to Lee. Lee puts up a three-pointer, and it's good. Excuse me, 92-54. Calvert has the ball coming down the right-hand side. He finds Moore cutting in. Moore gets it back out to Calvert. Calvert, couple of moves inside, gives it to Royster. Royster finds Kenobi underneath. Kenobi, off the glass. Kenobi puts it up and in. I think that's his first two varsity points this year. Wirtz is bringing the ball down. Gets it to Madsen. Madsen goes in for the layup. He misses, but he's going to have a foul. They're going to call with the body. Not sure who they're going to call it on. Everybody says, I'll take it. I want to get myself in the book. They're going to call that one on Kenobi, it looks like. I think that's the only one. Or, yeah, Thomas Kenobi picks up the foul. So on one end, he gets the points. On this end, he gets the foul. He's going to have, might as well get your name in for everything. First shot going up, and Madsen misses it. Madsen, he actually is 0% free throw shooters. I don't know if that was his first free throws on the year or if he hasn't made any yet. I didn't look at the numbers. I just write down the percentages. Should probably write down the numbers for stuff like that. And it's good, the second shot. So 94-55. Ball inbound to Calvert. Calvert works the ball across half court, gets it to Royster, left-hand side. Royster back to center to Moore. Moore back left-hand side. Calvert, three-pointer on the way. Oh, in and out, no good. Rebound, though, by Royster. Rebound again by Royster as he gets his own shot. He's going to go up and in and foul on that one. He's going to go to the line. They're going to call a foul after about 30 of them down there. I think they finally said, yeah, we got to call it. Aiden Wirtz picks up the foul. Nope, 23. They're going to call that on Dylan Lee. All right, Lee picks up his first foul. Royster's going to go to the line shooting here. Royster, again, same thing. We don't know. He hasn't shot any free throws yet for the Gales this year. Lines up the shot. Off the front of the rim, no good. Gets another chance at a shot here. 94-55. Don't think with 6 seconds left they're going to make it to that century mark. And that's okay. Second shot for Royster. Would love to see this one fall. It's up. It's good. Royster makes it 95-55. Gales up by 40. Here come the Indians. Last second shot blocked by Calvert. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's one for the books. The Gales move now. They up their record, I think, 17-2 as they win the game, 95-55. We'll come back after the game with the post-game show and the player of the game. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fortin Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Welcome back, Gale fans, to Daniel Tire post-game show. For 100 years, Daniel Tire has been the place to go for tires and automotive service in Fort Dodge. If you need your tires replaced, Daniel Tire has the replacement tire to fit your needs from brands you trust. Stop by and see them at 520 First Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Post-game, wow, ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted to score tonight, this was your night to do it. I mean, off the bench. Let's talk our bench players and what they had. Ty Miracle, first off the bench, 7 points tonight. Logan Hansen, second off the bench, 2 points. Jackson Calvert, 3 points. Thomas Ean, 2 points. Thomas Kenobi, 2 points. And Garrett Royster, 1 point. I mean, this is just everybody getting in there. Royster had 3 rebounds. Hansen had 2 rebounds. Miracle had 3 rebounds. And just great off the bench. And that is, again, the future of Gale basketball there, as the seniors all at some point will graduate. They will be gone, and these guys have to learn to step up and fill in those big shoes. And they did that tonight. All right, let's talk about our starting 5 and what they accomplished. Well, we've got Jack McElroy, 9 assists. That's from my statistician, Rob. Could be more, could be less, but we're going to say 9, possibly 10 assists in McElroy there. He had 7 points. He had 3 from the paint and 1 from the free throw line. So 7 points for him. He was the lowest of all the five starters. Then you had Koopman and Gallus both with 10 points. Koopman had 9 rebounds. Gallus had 7. Koopman also had 4 assists on that one and 4 steals. What a night for him. Then we had Carson Bargfried with 19 points, 3 three-pointers, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And then, of course, Hunter Horn. What can you say about Hunter? 32 points, and it's just one of those things. He just continually adds. You don't notice it right away because they're just like, oh, yeah, he made another, oh, yeah. And then all of a sudden you're looking, you're like, oh, my goodness, 32 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. So on the night, just incredible. Now, free throw shooting, 83% on the night. That is great free throw shooting as they went 15 for 18, a total of 36 rebounds against 15 for Pocahontas. Pocahontas was 14 of 7 from the free throw line, and then they're basically the only high point for their entire team was Carson Wieslander. He had 27 points, pretty much doing what he does. Of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. He would penetrate, get in there, get the foul, get to go to the free throw line, and just did what he did. He got 27 points, but it just was nowhere near enough. Again, the Gales end up winning 95-55, and what production off the bench. Joining us now is Coach Adolph Kokendorfer. Coach, welcome.
Thanks, Lance. Good to be here. It's really good to see everybody get in there and some guys score that haven't scored in a while. And they had a lot of fun with that. I'm glad they got in there. They deserve to get in there, and they deserve scoring once in a while. It's nice to see them do that.
I was really crossing my fingers for the century. We didn't quite get to 100 points, but that's not important. That's just one of those milestones you would like to see. We talked about it off the bench. Miracle had 7. I mean, and Hansen had 2. Calvert had 3. Ian had 2. Noby had 2, and Royster had 1. And that's good production off the bench.
Well, right. It was good to see them come in and do that because a lot of times, especially if the other team's got some of their starters in there, it's good to see them come in and compete against the starters in there and score.
Right. They kept playing their starters for quite a while there. Highlighted the game, of course, Hunter Horn, 32 points, 7 rebounds. But I'm always torn, and I'm going to ask you on this one because I always look at other players, and it's like,
He passed the ball really well, especially early when we were playing, when we got out to that big lead. You got to give him credit. He passed up some shots just for a better shot.
Oh, yeah, and it seemed like all the players were wanting Miracle to get the ball, too. Yeah. Everybody was trying to get him some of those points, and that is great, and you love to see that. McElroy, again, 9 assists tonight.
I believe that. He had some nice passes to Hunter on the baseline.
Oh, yeah. He just, it's almost like they've got this understanding of who's going to go, and they just get the ball right there. But I think for player of the game, I'm probably going to go Hunter because not only did he get 32 points, but I think he probably gave up 10 or 12 points, too, to somebody else.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You're right. Now, wanted to say that to him then, but I started thinking about something else. He really gave the ball up a few times when he had a good shot before another better one.
Yeah.
You got to like that.
Very much so. I think that just an all-around out of the gate, Pocahontas scored the first 2 points, and then after that was about it.
I liked our defense. We took, some stuff away from them. They were kind of strong-handed and stuff, and we took that away from them. And we rebounded the ball, and we got out there and ran, and got some stuff in transition. And then we got a little in that second quarter when we started subbing a little bit. We got a little waylaid, and we started gambling too much. We were trying to steal everything, and that gets you in trouble. And it's a bad habit. We talked about that at halftime. They came out and did a lot better job of just playing good, solid defense and trapping when you got a good area to trap in.
Right. At the end of the first quarter, you were up 32-4. At the end of the second quarter, 56-36. So they had a productive second quarter.
Yes,
because, like you said, you gave him the easier pass, and that's when Wieslander really went off. I mean, in the second quarter, is you try and pick it from him, and he'd get around you. And they figured it out, though. They came back in third and fourth. Yeah. Got to ask you, so does the victory tonight, what does that do in terms of tomorrow night? Is it a confidence booster, or is it how do you feel?
It was something we had to do. We had to come out and play well. That's why we got a little waylaid in that second quarter, and those are bad habits because they won't work tomorrow night. We just need to keep playing solid defense, and in turn, I think that gets them to turn the ball over a little bit more, because you're guarding them really hard and they don't get a good look at where they're throwing it. And you get a hand in the passing lane. It was a good win. We need to come out and play like that. And we did for the most part. We just got a little lackadaisical when we got way up.
But that's good for them to see that they need to stay, even in a game like this. Tomorrow night's not going to be this.
We talked about that at halftime, Lance, that just exactly that. And they came out in the third quarter and responded.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, third quarter, 70. 5 points to your 22. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was good to see. That's what they need to do.
Yeah. No, I think just an all-around, just a very well-executed game. At that, defensively, offensively, the players played. And, again, deep down the bench, you saw team players. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. They're working that ball like they do in practice, and that's what you want to see. No quick shots off one pass and trying to score. They pass it 4, 5, 6 times before they would get a shot, and that's really good. You'll love to see that. And that's always fun to see those guys score a little bit because they deserve to do that. And it's nice when they can. Good to see Thomas Kenobi put one down.
Oh, yeah.
He did a nice curl cut. Coach will work. Going to bring that up tomorrow. We always get the curl cut off that screen, and Thomas did exactly that and got a good shot about 5 feet away.
I was talking to a couple of people before the game about our pregame interview, and your desire or your the feeling you had to talk about Ty Miracle and the praise you gave him. And I don't know, I talked to them and I said, tell Ty he needs to listen to that, because I thought it's really nice to, you're not the 5.
Right,
It's, but to have that kind of recognition, I was very impressed with you doing that, and I want to make sure he hears it, and I want everybody in the audience to know,
Good. I'm
if
glad
you
you
see
did
Ty, tell him to listen because Coach had some great things to say about him.
Good. I appreciate that. Man.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. That's
stuff.
yeah. I mean, you can look at your starting 5, and there's no doubt there's endless things to talk about.
Yeah.
But when you praise everybody underneath, you realize that's the future.
It is, and he's very important to us this year. Ty is, and even Logan Hansen coming off the bench is important to us. We're going to need those guys, and maybe another guy in there too.
It's nice to see Calvert back too.
Yep. He's just got to get back in shape a little bit.
Yeah,
a long time off, but we're trying to work him in there.
Should have been running with that cast on. Just keep running. All righty. Well, Coach, thank you for stopping by. We'll talk to you tomorrow before the game, and here comes Clear Lake.
All right.
All
Sounds
righty.
good. Thanks, Lance.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Coach Kokendorfer with us here in the post-game show. So we did say we had our player of the game was going to go to Hunter Horn tonight. He had 32 points. He had 7 rebounds, but more importantly, I think he gave up the 12 points he could have had for another career high and decided he wanted to share that with the rest of the team. He didn't take the shots that were necessarily there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a couple of thank yous to say before we call it a night here. We're going to say thank you to Community Tap and Pizza. They're a great place to take your family or just hang out with your friends. Have a great meal with no work needed. They've got it covered for you. Community Tap and Pizza located on 5th Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Trailhead CPA PC. Your Trailhead CPA PC is your trusted advisor. Formerly Fort and Schlegel CPA PC. Trailhead's focus is you and your business. With over 100 years of experience in agricultural, accounting, and taxation, you can trust Trailhead CPA PC will be here to consistently advise you on all your financial needs. Check out Trailhead CPA PC on Facebook. Thank you to ServPro of Fort Dodge. They provide 24-hour emergency service and the area's #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. They handle the cleanup jobs that you wouldn't want anything to do with. Serving Webster, Calhoun, Hamilton, Pocahontas, and Wright counties. Call them at 955-4009. Like it never even happened. Thank you to Michelson Matt Furniture. Customer service and quality furniture have been the focus of Michelson Matt since 1953. They offer a wide selection of furniture and decor in their 18,000 square foot showroom at 3336 5th Avenue South in Fort Dodge. And Dan Flattery State Farm Insurance in Fort Dodge. Contact Dan at 515-955-7187. Today, for the best home, auto, and life insurance rates, get a free quote. Check them out at danflattery.com today. If you would like your business to be part of a local sports broadcast, please call the Connoisseur Media Studios at 955-5656. Be a part of Dodger and Gale sports all year long. Well, we did talk about our player of the game. That is brought to you by Sports Page Bar and Grill. Bring out the entire family to enjoy your favorite team. They have 44 flat screen TVs. You can enjoy your favorite meal and drink while you enjoy the game at Sports Page Bar and Grill in Fort Dodge. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you to Brock back in the studio for making things work and working that magic board. I want to say thank you to Rob for keeping stats for me. Thank you to Joe and to Jed for letting me do this. I really do enjoy bringing you the games. That's going to do it for tonight. This is Gale Basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. And Declan, time for bed. Grandpa's done on the radio. Gets across the timeline. He's going to set up the offense. Bounce pass underneath the Bargfried as he came streaking in along the baseline. Just a nice little fadeaway off the backboard. Hit ball across the court. Wheelander looking to set some points on the board. Gives it Small, left-hand side. Oh, picked off the pass. Here comes Koopman all by himself. He goes in for the easy layup. And they just had some movement on the bench. Pass coming in, gets stolen by Bargfried. I lied. Bargfried is in. He puts it down. Bargfried came in for Horn. He brings the ball down quickly. Over in the corner to Bargfried. Bargfried puts up a three. It's not good. That's going to be... Just switches it. 35-4. Gale's now offense back up. Koopman gives it to Bargfried, top of the key. Over to McElroy, left-hand side. Bargfried, top of the key. Three-pointer on the way. Good! What a shot. He stepped right into that. 38, bottom left. Tries to drive in. Not there. Bargfried, three-pointer on the way. Good! That is 3 threes in a row. Gale's up 41-7. 32. Gale's up by 33. Give it to McElroy. Very quickly brings it down. He drives into the lane. Finds Hunter underneath all by himself. Nice view on that one. Hunter came baseline, put it up. Long rebound. Koopman gets it. Here come the Gales. They get it down to Bargfried. Bargfried to Horn. Horn is in the lane as he puts it up and in. Horn now has 27 points. Ball's tipped around. Geertis gets it for the Indians, and he comes up, but he's stripped by Horn. Horn comes down. He's in the lane all by himself. Up and good. Gales up 75-41.